I'm just going to sit here for a minute and let y'all bask in the foolery that are our costumes right now, and to make sure y'all can hear us. And I know Chris Bates is going to come through for us and let us know that we can be heard. We're good? We're good? All right.
Good, baby.
We're rocking and rolling. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Symphony. Symphony Entertainment, Gaming, and Arts is my gaming company that focuses on horror systems, organic content, indie games, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role-playing. I am your host, Bridgett Jeffries. I have COVID again, but tonight I am assuming I make it through the whole stream. I think I should be, but if not, listen, cast will carry us. But tonight I'm simply playing a kid in pajamas, strolling around in Christmas lights, because we have the Graham Walmsley back again running. I think it's called Dark Meat. That's what I wrote down in the copy. I'm gonna let him explain all that shit to you here in a little bit. It's kind of like Cthulhu Dark. It might not be Cthulhu Dark. We may or may not be rolling. It is Graham's game, Graham's show. He will explain all of that to you. For a second while we're here, can we please talk about the fact that Graham looks like Santa? Do y'all see the glitter on his face? Do y'all see the eyebrows? Do you see the hair? Okay. Are we going to talk about
this?
Amy?
Was fun. I enjoyed this. Any excuse to do makeup, I'm happy.
Listen, you already had us all waxing and waning over your vampire a couple weeks ago. Can we talk about Amy? We're going to talk about these green eyebrows? Yeah. We're going to talk about this bright red lipstick? We're going to talk about the glitter? Huh? We're going to talk about the overalls? No? All right. How do y'all feel about Bucho's nipple ring on his shirt that is attached to ornaments and whatever the fuck he has on his goddamn head?
I'm definitely having feelings about Bucho's nipple ring.
I think we all are inside.
Absolutely.
Oh. I have a lot of feelings about this entire cast, but listen, Symphony stays thirsty. Here we go. One announcement, Symphony Entertainment does have a Patreon, so if you like this content and you would like to help us make more of it, be like half of the chat is right now, be like everyone on this call is right now, and back us over on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. There's some more copy there, but I'm already getting tired. So, without further ado, let us unveil this cast. Cast members, please introduce yourselves. Tell us who you are, where people can find you, some of the things you do. And since we're all playing kids right now, the question of the day is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? We're going to start with Amy. Hit us, baby.
Ooh, so my name's Amy. Pronouns are she, they. I am a mental health professional in my day job, and I edit for Dust and Dorks, an indie RPG company. We just had a successful Kickstarter, which we are working on getting out to everybody. And then look for us in Zine Quest again in 2024. What did I want to be? Lots of different things. But I really wanted to be a marine biologist for a long time, to the point that my parents got like dolphin, not full wallpaper, but like the top part that had like dolphins and everything on it, and let me paint my room teal.
Yes!
I was super into it. So
yes. Oh, I love it. Bucho, you already know. Go.
Hey there, I'm Bucho. Annoying creative by evening, also part-time C-list stripper. During the day, I build websites for large companies. I also have a new book coming out called Under a Black Rainbow. Hopefully the new proof coming on Monday will look good, and I can start hyping those with purchase links. But when it's ready to go, you will be able to find that at my link tree. So I'm very excited. Very excited.
Oh, I love it. And baby, what did you want to be? Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. Go. Sorry.
No, you're good. I would often for Christmas ask, or even like on a wishing well thing, whenever I do them, for the longest time I wanted a Zorro outfit, so I wanted to be Zorro.
You wanted to be Zorro.
Yeah.
legit.
Yeah.
Totally legit. and I also interrupted the hell out of you, and I'm so sorry. Where are all the places people can find you? Because that's where you were going before I interrupted you. My bad.
All that shit is on my link tree, which is in the chat. You can find my blog, links to my books, links to my art, links to my DJ mixes. Like I said, annoying creative by night. Yeah.
And Graham, baby, tell us who you are, what you do, where people can find you. And we all want to know, what did you want to be when you quote unquote grew up?
Hi, I'm Graham. I designed Cthulhu Dark, and I also design lots of other games as well. If you're interested in my stuff, then you can find me on Substack, Graham Walmsley. I'm on Blue Sky, which Graham Walmsley as well. I'm on Twitter, which is like this old thing that's fading out now. What else? Oh yeah. So if you like the scenario tonight, then you can get it on my Patreon. So my Patreon is www.patreon.com/Graham. If you back me at $5 or more, you can get this scenario. If you don't like the scenario tonight, back me at $5 or less, and you never have to see it. So, it's just like options for everyone, basically. Yeah, I just think that works. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a magician. I wanted to be like on TV doing tricks and things. I genuinely did.
Oh, I like that. I like that. So, a marine biologist, Zorro, and a magician. I love it. I love it. I love it. Guys, you know how we do about safety tools over here at Symphony. Content warnings have been discussed with the cast and crew. We have reviewed red lines. The X card is in play. X's can be sent via private messages or a private message, or you can, visibly do it where the whole table can see it. If an X is thrown, no questions are asked. No judgment will be passed. We will also be using my personal favorite safety tool method, which is the green, yellow, red traffic light method. The the one thing I forgot to say in the opening announcements, even though you're seeing it in the chat, we do have a giveaway right now. So if you want to get a complimentary copy of this content from Graham, what you should actually do is just go back him on Patreon. Definitely worth the money. I've been a backer over there since he launched. But also, if you want a free copy, if you enter Bang Turkey into the chat, you'll be entered in to win a complimentary PDF copy. If your name is called at the end, just shoot me an email or message me on Discord, whatever, and I'll get you in touch with Graham and get you a copy and blah, 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 and we will go from there. So,
just please don't actually bang any turkeys.
Don't do that. And then RX Oliver, that's my bad because the COVID head bang is the exclamation point. I don't know why I didn't just say exclamation point. So do exclamation point turkey, and that should get you directly in there, not the actual bang, because Bridgett is goofy, like I just did. So without further ado, let me get the hell out of the way. Let me hop back into this character that I haven't created yet and hand the stage over to Graham.
That's amazing. Yeah, and so we've put names for the characters, but we really haven't done this. So we're going to just make all of this up as we go along. I need to get prepared. Hang on. Everyone else was doing costumes. So
this motherfucker held out on us. We've been on pre-show for 30 minutes.
It's not even just a hat. You have like a cloak.
Oh my God.
There were weeks of preparation. Well, okay, I ordered some shit on Amazon Prime. So, there were at least like 20 minutes of preparation for this. Hang on.
That's where I got the glitter.
Yeah. This is
us.
It's a Santa Snuggie.
It's nice, actually. It's quite warm. Cool. Right. Where are we? So we are in the Midwest, and the sun is going to rise over these snowy covered fields, and we're just on the edge of a little Midwestern town, and this is Turkeyville, this lovely little town. Actually, chat, can I get your help here? Can we do a hooray for Turkeyville?
Hooray!
Yes. Yay! Turkeyville. And so Turkeyville is this lovely little town. Turkeyville was built on turkeys. It was, they raise turkeys here. They and they eat turkeys at Christmas. It's a tradition. And we're getting closer to Turkeyville now, going across these snowy fields, and we can just see the little turkey farm, the Wattle Turkey Farm. It's owned by the Wattle family, little family-owned turkey farm. It's closed today because they let their employees have Christmas Day off. Can we get a hooray for the turkey farm, please? Hooray for the turkey farm!
Hooray for the turkey farms!
Amazing.
Gobble, gobble.
I'll let chat do that. I'm sure they're going to. And then opposite it, we can see the Strutt Corporation turkey farm. Big industrial complex that's sort of, surrounded by barbed wire and things. The Strutt Corporation is a much newer coming to the town, a multinational who's just come into the town and begun to take over the business. So chat, when you get a moment, can we do a boo for the Strutt Corporation? Excellent. Boo. Fantastic. And we get closer and closer to Turkey Town. Now we're going down these little streets, and we're going to stop at a little family house, and this is the house of the Wattle family, who we're going to meet today. And I just want you to imagine the camera going up over this little family house. And for a moment, we can see the house behind it because the Wattle family's house backs onto the Strutt family's house, a much bigger house, much more impressive house. Their gardens literally connect. And now we're going to go down the chimney of the Wattle house. we're on their upper landing. And I just want you to imagine the camera moving along, and we're going to see we can just sort of see the doors of the children's bedrooms. They're slightly open, so we can just see inside. Now it's early morning, and everyone's asleep at the moment, and so the first bedroom, it's going to have Martha written on the door, and so Martha, what can we see as we just glimpse into Martha's bedroom? What can we see? Just give me some things.
I think you can see some stuffed animals, like enough that it's hard to tell when parents are checking in on her at night that like I'm still in there because they're kind of mounding over my bed, and a lot of little art notebooks and sketchbooks with some fair to middling types of art in them, but clearly it's something I enjoy.
Oh, that's so sweet. And oh no, we'll come back to that. So let's carry on along the landing, and now we're outside Frank's room. It says Frank on the door. And Bucho, if you just glimpse into Frank's room, what can we see?
So I think you would certainly see a leg lamp.
Oh, there we go.
What's a leg lamp?
A leg lamp from A Christmas Story. Fragile.
No idea.
Oh,
A leg lamp.
Plug him in, Bucho.
We gotta have a chat after this stream. We're gonna have a chat.
Yeah. Tell you, Bridgett, just pause this for a moment. Sorry. So what's a leg lamp?
It's a lamp made out of a leg. It's
Right.
From the movie A Christmas Story.
Oh, it's just like a leg, which is literally lit up.
Yeah.
Calf, heel, thigh, everything. Yep. You have to reach up the
fishnets,
thigh.
Yep.
Fishnets.
Oh, it's one of those. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. You got to reach up the thigh to turn it on. Oh yeah.
No, that's cool. Right.
So I think in Frank's room, you see it's like a full-size bed, dark sheets on the walls. He's got band tour posters, pictures of musicians, mostly punk, zines, blah blah blah. Like it's a clusterfuck of paperwork and things that he's interested in. It's just there's no real good rhyme or reason. It's just everything up on the wall. That's Frank.
That's amazing. Yeah, so like all these band posters and everything, and just very, very disorganized. Love it. And then we move along the landing, and now the Wendy's room. So let's glimpse into Wendy's room, and what do we see?
Yeah, if the door is slightly ajar, there is a glow that always comes out of Wendy's room at any time that, it's night, anytime the sun is set. And that's because that she has a bunch of, one, she painted all of her walls black. All 4 walls are completely black. The ceiling is completely black, but that helps with the luminescence, right? Because she always has those blue lights of those stars and the constellations and the patterns and the planets. It always has that glow that just constantly bathes her room. And if she has the lights on the ceiling or this COVID, what's the word? What's the exhibit that you walk in and you look at the sky on?
Planetarium.
If you're not walking into Planetarium, Wendy's room, one of her 2 or 3 aquariums is going to be the thing that's blowing out that blue light. Outside of that, her room is immaculate. It is always immaculate. Museum quality levels of cleanliness. Like her favorite pencil stand is always faced in a certain direction. Her chair is always perfectly pushed into her desk. And I don't know how she manages to make her bed look like it's perfectly made while she's sleeping in it, but it is a gift.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a sort of glowing room, but beautifully tidy. Amazing. And we're going to move along. And the parents' bedroom is closed at the moment. But let's talk about the Wattle parents. Who are they? Tell me a bit about them.
Ooh, in Turkeyville?
I mean, I think Dad's been doing this a while. Like this might be like a family thing that he got passed down.
Yeah.
Maybe we're lucky that we don't have to get stuck with it.
Okay, so Dad runs the turkey farm, does he? Is
Mhm.
he the... Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like Dad being in charge of the turkey that he inherited. Did he ever want it? Is he happy with
No,
it? Okay.
no. So I think he got a lot of anger because of that. Like he got stuck doing something that he didn't want to do initially.
Okay.
I imagine there's a lot of stress too up against the struts.
Yeah.
We're maybe not doing so well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Turkeyville supports us because we're a smaller family thing, but there's only so much you can do to compete against, that kind of factory farm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's so great you guys are leaning into light Christmas comedy here. I'm loving it.
Hallmark movie for sure. Yeah.
No, this is good. It's yeah. So no, that's amazing. So yeah, so there's Dad, and I tell you what, when I ran this game last time, we had a very traditional family. So we had a mother and a father. So can we have let's have another Dad, shall we?
Oh, I love it.
So yeah, so there's Dad, and who's the other male parent? Give me a sort of, what do you call them? Him?
You guys want to do
Papa?
Dad? Oh, Dad and Papa?
Dad and Papa
I love it.
is good. Yeah. Of course, I just lean directly. It doesn't have to be two men, but let's go with that for the moment.
No, I love it.
So Papa, what's his role? So Dad is the sort of, slightly, he's taken this on as a bit of a duty. He's a lot of work. And what's Papa like?
Ooh, I bet Papa's a little bit more relaxed and messy, like Frank and I. Maybe artistic in some way. Probably the one that makes our sandwiches.
Oh, I love Papa being the one that's actually very involved with the family, the kids, spends a lot of time with them. It's more about cultivating the ecosystem between the siblings. And, Papa's the one that always does, like, pizza night is every Tuesday, and that's a tradition. And every Tuesday we do pizza from this one place in town. And, he's that guy.
Yeah.
The business is happening in the background. Yes, that's what keeps, money on the table.
Dad's the money maker. Papa's the people maker.
The people maker, yeah.
He's the one that it takes us like 45 minutes to get our pizza, even though they had it made when we showed up, because he's got to talk to everybody in the pizza parlor before we head out.
Yes.
Like, Papa, I'm tired. I want to eat.
Papa also might be the reason why we're hemorrhaging money more than we should be. Papa doesn't have really great business sense, but a really big heart.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. And the other thing is, I think you will know that your dad has been keeping an eye on the business, and so he does go to talk to the Strutt family from time to time. Who, of course, own a much bigger business, has quite a good relationship with the Strutt father, and they go over and have these sort of meetings about turkey strategy or whatever it is. So yeah, cool. All right, and so we're going to move past the parents' bedroom, and for a moment we're going to look out the back window over to the Strutt house, which again backs onto your house. Tell me, just a little. The Strutts have a child as well. Maybe it's an only child. Just give me a name for the only child.
Simon.
Simon.
I like Simon. Okay.
Yeah. What's Simon like, Martha? Or Amy?
I think Simon is kind of in the middle of wherever our ages are. So maybe one of us is in a grade with him. And, there's some tension there between our families. And maybe he's a little snooty.
He is. And they do have more money, right? So, Simon tends to have slightly better things than you do. So, yeah. You still talk to him. Actually, let's do ages, right? So, yeah, Frank, let's come to you. How old's Frank?
I see Frank as being 16 or 17. I think he's
big teenager. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's the of a near graduation age.
Yeah, that's really nice. And then Wendy, Martha, where are you? Well, let's do Wendy. So where are you compared to Frank?
You know what? Let's go. My nieces are what right now? 14. Let's go 12. I'm going to go 12.
All right. So she's a few years younger.
Yeah.
And then we've got Martha. How old's Martha?
I feel like Martha is like 4th grade, so like 9, 10.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
This is good.
I'm
So
glad
you're
we've
the
got an
baby.
actual small kid in there. That's really sweet. Excellent.
Oh
right.
God, I'm upset already.
So
I'm a big kid.
you're very, very mature. You're nearly, yeah. And so we've got
This is gonna be so good.
We've got Frank, who's 16. He's got like band posters on his wall, very haphazard. And then next down, we've got Wendy, who's 12. Her room glows. There's like black walls, and it's very tidy, and there's an aquarium in there. And then we've got Martha, who's very, very grown up. And she's 9, and she
three
has
quarters.
she's not. Is she 8 3/4 or 9?
9 3/4.
9 3/4. So she's nearly, virtually 10, which is like old, and very important. And her bed is covered in stuffed animals, who I'm assuming all have names.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
And levels of importance. I'm sorry to the outside stuffed animals, but they just aren't as cuddleable.
No, that's great. You have no idea how deep we're going to go into this in this scenario, because I love stuffed animals.
I'm ready for it.
You might want to draw out a hierarchy now, just like sketch.
Oh God.
And you're into art as well, aren't you, Martha? You do a little bit of sketching. And so now we're going to go down the stairs, and we're going to go into the living room, and it's all decorated for Christmas. And so you have the Christmas tree, which is like beautifully lit up. You have the kitchen's off to the side, and so the oven's on already. And under we're just going to sort of pan along. The camera just pans along the Christmas presents. And I just want to know, as it picks out each of your names, because there are presents for each of you, I just want to know what you all want for Christmas. So let's start. Let's start with the oldest. So, what has Frank asked for Christmas?
I think Frank has asked for a small carrying case for his 7-inch punk records that he thinks are very valuable, but may only be worth like $2 or $3 a piece. But like they're important to him. Like it's the music that he wants to preserve, not necessarily their value.
That's really cool. So does Frank want to be a DJ? Is that where we're going with this, or he just wants to?
No, I think he's just a fan of music. Like he just likes music.
No, that's good. There's no future in being a DJ. I mean, wouldn't advise that at all.
He has no skill in playing. He just knows what he likes, and he likes a lot.
Cool. No, that's really good. And then we're going to move along, and there's a little present that says Wendy on it. So what has Wendy asked for Christmas?
Hey, I'm going to throw this out there, and we're just going to see what happens. What Wendy has been asking for the last 7 Christmases has been a dog. If we don't get a dog, that's perfectly fine, Graham. If you don't want to do harm to animals, you don't want a dog in your scenario, that's fine. That's what I'm throwing out as number 1. But number 2, your backup.
Yeah.
Especially for a small gift is... I've always wanted to go to the Atlanta Aquarium. It is the biggest aquarium in the United States, and I've always wanted to go with just Papa, not the other kids. It's not that I don't love the other kids, but I just wanted to go with Papa. So I asked for a weekend trip to Atlanta to go see that aquarium, or there's a new planetarium that just opened up in Chicago, and I would also love to do a weekend trip with just Papa. It's not that I don't love Father. I do. I love Dad, but specifically Papa, I just wanted to do a weekend away where it was just us. Being the middle child gets hard, and it's sometimes hard to be seen when you're stuck in the middle, especially when you have the little one that is growing up so beautifully and so fast, and then when you have the big one that's practically already out of the house. It's just hard. So a weekend away is what I want. So if it's not a dog, because Graham is like, nah, I'm not fucking with a puppy in this scenario. An envelope with a trip to go somewhere is what I would want.
Did you want a dog in the scenario?
Honest to God, I really don't.
Yeah, because honestly, this is, and I just want to say to anyone listening as well, this is a gory, nasty scenario, and it's going to get very gory very quickly. And honestly, I really suggest we don't. We could have a dog.
Kill the adults. We'll save the dogs.
Yeah. Children, yes. Animals, no.
That's where our line is. Wendy has still asked for a dog every year for the last 7 years, though.
Yeah. No, that's really good. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. And then what has Martha asked for Christmas?
I want glow in the dark paint because I'm getting a lot better at art. And I know that Wendy likes really neat things. And I think that I am good enough to make her some stars and stuff to put in her room. And sometimes Frank lets me draw album covers for songs. And I think it'd be cool if they glow.
So want Martha to get some paint.
I hope she gets to paint too.
That's amazing. Cool. And just reminding everyone who's watching gets very gory very quickly. Please do switch off if you don't like that kind of thing.
And Chad is already like, it's so wholesome. I was like, don't buy into that shit. It's Graham.
Don't
believe it. It's a lie.
It really is not. Cool.
Sorry, I'm just strapping in now. I'm sorry. I got to take the hat off.
We're getting the cute in now. It'll make it hurt later.
Yep.
Are you strapping on now, Bucho? Cool.
I'm good. I'm good.
Let's go.
So there we go. We're all set up for Christmas. There's these sort of beautiful, shiny red and gold presents under the Christmas tree. Off to the side, there's the kitchen and the oven is on. And who is up first?
Probably me, I think.
Okay.
Only because I'm pretty sure I stayed up all night, making a mixtape, and so I'm just
right.
It's the holiday. I'm 17. I've got boundless energy. I'll probably take a nap for 5 hours later, but for now, I feel fine.
Amazing. Cool. Okay. So Frank gets up. Well, let's just describe Frank getting up and coming downstairs.
Yeah. Again, I think he's been up all night, so he's a little haggard. Mm-hmm. He's been drinking coffee for 3 months. He likes it. He knows that it's.
Oh, I like that. And let's have him slightly beginning to slightly hallucinating.
Okay.
Right. So,
yeah.
He has for the last couple of days, there was this sort of clucking sound which he could hear, which obviously wasn't real, but yeah, he's sort of hallucinating these sort of strange voices. When he looks at the lights on the Christmas tree, they're just beginning to swim a bit. Mm-hmm. He's just a bit jumpy about things as well. So yeah, he comes down into the
Perfect. So I come down to the kitchen. I'm only thinking about coffee because this is an appropriate time of the day to get some. Mm-hmm. Whereas 3 or 4 in the morning, he didn't want to he's not going to want to wake anybody up mm-hmm. just because he can't sleep. So he's coming down. Probably starts a pot.
Okay, so you go into the kitchen, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of things about the kitchen. So firstly, the coffee pot is not on. You'd usually expect Popper to have come down and started things by this time. The back door to the back garden is slightly open. Mm. And the oven is on but open, and there's no turkey in it.
Okay, I'm going to check and see if the coffee maker has water in it. And if it doesn't, I'll put water in there and then check the back door to see if Papa or Dad are out there already to see what the deal is with the oven.
Yeah. And so you open the back door, do you?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's come back to that. So who's next up? Who gets up next on Christmas Day?
You want to take it, Martha? The little one's excited. I like it.
I like that.
I have been up for a little bit, but I'm supposed to stay in my room until a certain time, and I was really good, but Frank is not quiet, and I can hear that he went downstairs, so if he's allowed to be awake, then I'm allowed to be awake because I'm a big kid too. And so I start to go down in my Christmas jammies.
Amazing. And are any of your stuffed animals coming down with you?
Yes. So today's stuffed animal of choice is Rudolph the reindeer, except
choice.
I think that Rudolph shouldn't have helped them because they were really mean to him until he was useful, and that's not nice, and you should be nice to people all the time.
That's good. And what's Rudolph like personality-wise?
Oh, fuck. Graham?
So Rudolph is one of my newer presents because sometimes Papa gets me stuff before Christmas if I ask really, really, really nicely. He is a bigger than normal stuffed animal because Dad has said that I need to stop because they're not buying me a bigger bed and they're starting to fall off in the night. And sometimes I trip on them and fall and wake everybody up. And Dad has to get up really early. So But Rudolph is this big, but I can carry him by his neck, and his nose will light up sometimes. Sometimes when I don't press the button, but that's okay. And
That's really cool.
he
God.
is sparkly.
Oh God.
Hey, Sparkly Rudolph. Okay, cool. So you come downstairs and there you are. The tree is all lit up. Frank seems to be getting coffee or something in the kitchen. The tree is all lit up and the presents there.
Ooh. So I'm gonna sneak over, and coffee's gross, and I don't know why Frank likes it, and look at the presents and maybe pick mine up and shake it.
Yeah. So you pick up your present and you're expecting like glow in the dark paint, right? And you pick it up and it's not, for some reason it's not glow in the dark paint. It feels slightly warm to the touch.
I'm gonna look at it. I don't think a dog could fit in here. Frank, something's wrong with my present. I wasn't shaking it.
Okay, what do you mean something's wrong with it?
It's warm.
And then, oh well, and at that point, no, let's pause that right there. Wendy, time for you to get up. I think. Tell me what happens.
Wendy gets up because her alarm goes off. Structure is important. So the alarm goes off and she hits it, and the alarm digitally gives her some random planet fact about some weird constellation. The constellation so-and-so is da-da-da-da-da. Like, oh, I didn't know that. And it's interesting. I'll have to remember that.
That's really irritating. Just imagine waking up that every morning next
every
door.
morning.
Here's a fact about the star. Did you know? Oh.
Did you know?
Anyway, carry on. Yeah, sorry.
Every morning. She loves it. Yeah. So she will slip into her house shoes. She will grab her little house coat, wrap herself down. She's immediately going to go and peek into Martha's room just to verify that she is up and at it. She already knows that room is empty, but I am going to go look.
The room is not, in any sense, empty. There is a huge pile of stuffed animals in the room at the moment.
Okay. Do any of them hit the floor?
Have any of them not hit the floor?
So I will go in just very
obviously
briefly.
When she gets out of bed, there's a bit of a cascade
of
they
kind of fall onto the floor. So I will,
including some that are quite high in the hierarchy.
So it's Christmas morning. She was excited. I know. So I'm gonna go in and just very quickly pick up the high priority ones and just put them back on the bed and straighten her bed a bit. I'm gonna go peek into Frank's room. I'm sure Frank is either in there working or doing whatever he does. If that's empty, I will go back to my room. I will make my bed, and then I will head downstairs.
That's amazing. And so you pass your parents' room. The door's closed.
Okay.
And you will go downstairs. Cool. Okay. Excellent.
Hi. Martha, good morning, everyone.
And Martha is holding out her present to Frank.
Hey, kid, what's going on?
My present's warm. I don't think paint is warm.
Mm-hmm.
You touch it.
Well, I mean, Frank, to be honest, though, I mean, Martha does seem to have been painting this morning. She's got red paint all over her hands.
Martha, how long have you been awake this morning?
I just got up. I heard you go downstairs, and then I figured I was allowed to be awake.
What's all over your hands?
And her pajamas.
And your pajamas.
It's some sort of red paint, Martha, but that's warm as well.
Ooh.
Why is my red paint warm? I haven't sleep painted in like a year.
And I think that's the moment that the present, which it wasn't particularly well wrapped, slithers open and a little slice of meat is just going to slither out and just slither to the floor.
I licked it.
We should do some mechanics. So what I've decided in this game is that every time something happens that you find scary, we're going to roll a d6. You're going to have a scared score, which starts at 1. Every time something happens that's creepy or scary, roll a d6. And if it's above your scared score, your scared is going to go up by 1.
Yeah, it goes up by 1. Yeah.
I go up by 1.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Holy shit.
No.
Okay, I very quickly just snatch at Martha, just as quickly as I can to pull her away from that gift with like a shriek. This just
great.
like grab her and pull her back just to put some distance between that box and her.
Are you letting yourself be grabbed, Martha?
Oh yeah. Wendy.
Okay. And so as you drop it, the entire present slithers open, and you can see, these sort of nicely sliced meat in there.
Is the meat moving?
Do you want to take a closer look?
I do.
Okay. Give me a quick roll. We're going to do one die if it's something a child could do. It is.
Yep.
One die if you're using the thing that you got for Christmas. You're not. And one die if you want to push yourself to succeed.
Okay, let's just do the one. That's a 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's no, it's not moving. It's and I'll just tell you a bit more about the meat. So it's sliced, bloody raw meat, sliced very thinly. Like you'd slice up turkey meat.
Martha, this is a weird thing to ask for. What is this?
It's Martha's fault.
Blame the 7-year-old.
I'm tweaked out on no sleep. I'm assuming it's her fault. Like she asked for something super weird finally for Christmas.
No, you asked for weird stuff.
I asked for a case to hold my records. That's not weird. I didn't ask for meat.
I didn't ask for meat.
What
We
did you
always
ask
eat
for?
meat. I asked for glow-in-the-dark paint. I wanted to paint you guys stuff. I'm covered in it.
That makes sense.
Frank, why would they put that under the tree and not in the refrigerator?
And Frank, I mean, you must be. Well, actually, let's give this to Wendy, right? You must be now realizing that Martha is not covered in red paint; she's covered in blood from the present.
Oh, as I've like grabbed her and I have my arm wrapped around her, it's like my hand is coming down her chest. My hand is coming back red.
Yeah,
Martha, baby, are you okay? And then I'm just like, it's not frantic as much as it is like crisis mode is activated, and she's like, okay, I understand. I understand. She must be injured. She's bleeding from somewhere. She's young enough to start menstruating, but that wouldn't make sense for it to be all over her fucking chest. So like, hand over her chest, I'm gonna spin her around. And I was like, baby, are you hurt?
No, my present bled on me. Why would Papa get us a bleeding present?
Awkward siblings that are awkward. I'm just going to very quickly pull up her shirt and just look to verify that she doesn't have any wounds on her that I'm missing.
she is not wounded. There's the blood has all come from the present. Where's Rudolph, by the way?
That's
I'm still holding Rudolph, so he's bloody, and I was like,
Yeah.
he's bleeding. Oh, I got blood on Rudolph.
I'm gonna try to ignore this. I'm gonna put my coffee on the table, and I'm gonna go back to the back door that's open. Like at this point, I'm now looking for Papa or Dad. I don't care who I find.
Yeah,
Like
cool.
something is fucking weird.
Yeah, no, that's good. The kitchen's a little bit separated from the living room, so you walk down the little corridor, and now you're in the kitchen again. Oven is on and open, slightly weird. And yeah, the back door is open too.
Yeah, I'll go out the back door.
Okay, and you just stand outside just for a moment. You can also see the garden gate is open. And is it your imagination? You've had a lot of coffee, but did something just run across the lawn?
You guys stay in here. I'm gonna go out back and look for Dad and Papa, and I'm gonna go out into the backyard and see if maybe the movement was one of them.
Wait, Frank, why wouldn't they be in? Then he's gone.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah. And so you walk out into the middle of the lawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. And it's a fairly long garden. And at that moment you hear a sound behind you. And I think specifically what you hear is a squawk, and then something attacks you.
Oh God.
And so let's do a combat roll. I like combat. We don't do combat rolls very much. So you're obviously being attacked by an assailant from behind, which is clucking a lot.
That is a phrase and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a roll. What do you want to do? Do you want to escape from it, dodge it, get back into the kitchen?
I think at this point, I think Frank is still so tweaked out enough that I think he's just going to be shocked by it, and he's just going to try to dodge it and just get out of the way of it. Like, he doesn't know what it is yet. It's just so he's going to try to get out of the way.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do you mind if we do a reflexive jump back into the kitchen and slam the door, that kind of thing? Because
Sure.
then it'll leave
that.
more danger for later, which is nice. So I'm rolling the failure die against you because I quite like you to be trapped at the moment. So give me some rolls.
I got a 5 on my human. Oh, God.
Oh, well, it was nice playing with Bucho.
Yeah. So, and really, actually, really quite happy for Frank to die in the initial moment. So, let's, you are,
Oh, God.
Frank sort of tumbles to the lawn and I assume looks round at the attacker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there is just
absolutely.
a turkey standing there. Maybe it came from the farm or something, but how did it get there?
I think I'm going to instinctively, if I'm on the ground, and like I'm going to instinctively kick out or punch out at this thing to like get it away from me.
Yeah.
If I am able.
Yeah. But here's the thing, it's trying to kick and punch at you. And in the corner of your vision, and maybe this is just the coffee, you can see other turkeys approaching like you're surrounded.
I'm going to try to get the fuck up and get back into the house.
Let's roll. If you fail this, I think we're going to put Frank in a lot of trouble.
We have another secret brother. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
You can re-roll if you like. I've got a 5.
Oh, does the push work like it normally does? Your scared goes up by 1 for a
we'll
reroll?
give 1 re-roll. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna try to roll over and prop myself up.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 4.
Are you rolling your push die as well? So you're rolling 1 die if you're a child, but you can push yourself if you want. So that gives you 2 dice.
Okay. That's a 6.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Turkey again.
Oh, brilliant. And so you will be sort of pecked and grazed, but you will make it back into the kitchen. And let's just go to Wendy and Martha for a minute. So what's happening with you guys?
I'm going to start screaming, Dad, Papa, Dad, Papa. Ah! Wendy, where are they?
I don't know. I'll go upstairs and check. Actually,
I'm going with you, please.
I was going to say we'll go upstairs and check. So I will grab Martha by the hand, and then we are going to run upstairs to our parents' bedroom.
Excellent. Amy, are you holding your hand like that because that's you imagining carrying Rudolph?
Yeah, I'm carrying Rudolph.
Excellent. That's really great. Can I just ask, I mean, which of the soft toys would you want with you at this point? Would it be Rudolph or would it be another one?
I think I would actually want Buddy the bear.
Buddy the bear.
He's really old and he's kind of fallen apart already, but Papa got him for me when I got adopted.
Okay, great. So yeah, and so he's not like kind of comforting thing. So you can go into do you want to ask Wendy whether you can go and get Buddy the bear first?
Wendy, can I get Buddy, please?
This is something I know better than to argue with, and if I have Martha's head in the game, that's even better. So this is like one of those things, I'm holding her hand, she breaks off to go get Buddy, it's almost like let's push her to get quickly, and I'm going to go directly to the parents' door.
Okay, great. So you open the pad, I don't know, do you knock, do you open?
No, this is an emergency situation, Martha might be hurt.
Yeah.
So no, this is swinging open the door. Papa? Dad?
Papa?
It's dark in there. The curtains are closed.
I hit the light switch.
Okay. And what you see, and Martha, I'm assuming you're right behind with Buddy.
Mm-hmm.
What you see is the room is suddenly lit up. There is nobody there. So, obviously Dad and Papa would obviously usually sleep here together. But there is blood on the bed.
Wendy.
I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. I don't. I'm going to call their names one more time, and then I'm just going to breach the threshold of that door. I'm going to step in, and I'm going to look. When you say there's blood in the bed, compute that for hyper analytical, fact driven child. Is this gallons of blood, liters of blood on the bed? Does this look like?
Would you like to give me a roll to find out what's happened? Oh, hey Martha, there's something on the floor.
Is this a realistic amount of blood, or is this like Quentin Tarantino amounts of blood?
Right, like is it around the? Is it falling from the ceiling? Okay,
it's not falling from the ceiling. It's,
I just want to know, blood, how much we are looking at. Okay, so what I rolled was a 1, but in this moment, I need something to hyper focus on. I am going to face my fear. I'm going to continue to push through the scare as an attempt to re-roll on this one.
That sounds amazing. While you're doing the re-roll, Martha, can we so that there is something like glistening on the floor?
Oh God!
I'm gonna set Rudolph down and pat his head because I had both of them. So I just have Buddy, and I'm going to lean down and pick it up while Wendy walks further into the room.
Yeah,
it's touch it at least. Whoa!
It's a carving knife.
Wendy.
This is as my hand is slowly, because the only way to really test to see if this is cold blood, old blood, new blood is going to be to put my hand in it. So my hand is very slowly, as I'm hearing my name being called, moving towards the mattress.
Oh, you can touch the blood. It's slightly warm. And, and Martha's holding a large knife.
With a 4. Did someone die here, or is this just a serious injury? We work on a farm. We've seen stuff like this before.
So the first thing is, one person died here.
Okay.
So someone has got out. This is on Papa's side of the bed. And you're starting to suspect that the blood isn't just they were killed. You think they were carved.
My scared somehow stays the same. I rolled a 2. Then I turn around and I'm looking at my baby sister with a knife in her hand.
This was on the floor.
Question for you, Martha. Just in the aspects of our relationship, has she turned that point in time where she doesn't allow herself to be picked up anymore?
No, I feel like even though she's 9 3/4, she's very much a baby.
Okay.
When it comes to her sister.
This is an immediate, handful of what looks like Papa's blood. Someone was carved on this. This is a full nope. I am going to turn around. I see my baby sister with the blade. This is going to be running to her, scooping her up, along with Buddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to scream
but leaving
out
Rudolph
Frank's
on
name.
the floor, because Rudolph is on the floor. And then, And your hands are slightly bloody as well, right, Wendy? Because you've just touched the blood.
I just touched the semi-warm blood, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to scream out Frank's name as I spin Martha out of this room and close the door behind us. Frank!
Oh. Frank, you've just come in.
Yeah, I think as I'm coming in, I slam the door behind me and I hear the screaming from upstairs. So I'm going to lock the back door and I'm going to head upstairs.
Yeah.
To the screaming, because I may not always like my sisters, but I'm very protective of them.
And I'm holding the knife away from Wendy because I don't want to hurt her.
Okay, so you're going to come up onto the landing, sort of running past the present of sliced meat on the floor.
Ugh.
And you're so you're and what you see is Martha, who has a lot of blood on her, and Wendy, who has bloody hands, who is holding Martha, and Martha's holding a carving knife aloft. Oh, and also Buddy the bear.
Fuck! What is going on?
There's blood in the bed.
There's a knife. There's Papa.
Drop the knife.
Think.
Oh, do you drop the
Grabs
knife?
onto Wendy. Yeah.
I shuffle her in my arms for just more comfort.
I'm going to go to pick up the knife with 2 fingers and be like, "What?
That was
I left for 2 seconds.
Are you hurt? What happened?
Oh, I guess I am hurt.
Yeah,
you are.
So you're scratched and yeah.
Yeah, we can't go outside.
What's outside?
I think the turkeys have gotten loose and they seem to be angry. Couldn't possibly imagine why.
No, Frank, no, it's not there's Dad's not upstairs, and Papa's side of the bed is covered in blood, liters of it, and it's still warm, and it looks like a massacre. Something really bad happened last night.
Wendy, is liters a lot of blood?
Oh God! And I think to myself, like, really? I articulated that to the child, and I just shift her in my arms a little bit more, and I kind of nuzzle into the side of her neck as I'm looking at Frank.
I think I'm going to look at both of you, and I'm going to say, Wendy, get her to the bathroom. You guys get cleaned up. Close the door behind you. I'm going to look for Papa and Dad.
I think we should stay together, maybe.
No more sharp objects for you.
I just picked it up.
Just in case. Just in case.
Great. Okay. So, Wendy and Martha, are you going to the bathroom?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
We're not separating. Fuck out of here.
Okay. So
as much as I would love to be clean, no.
Well, okay. If we're not doing that, let's go through the house room by room, and we'll start. Let's start with the rooms in the furthest back of the house, and then make our way towards the front of the house.
Should we call someone? Should we call 911?
We don't even know what's happened yet. Like we don't know what to tell them.
Frank, there's liters of blood upstairs. Martha is covered in blood. Why was she covered in blood when she woke up?
We work on a turkey farm. We slaughter
my present
turkeys.
bled on me. Oh, who's in the present?
That's not what I needed to hear. Let me go ahead and roll a scared real fast.
Yeah.
Oh, me too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, going up.
Yep.
How are we doing on scared? Are we at 3? Okay. When it gets to 6, we will have your character completely freaking out, and that will be the end of their story in some way. Yeah.
I rolled a 6 on that. Is there any extra?
No, it just ticks up. Yeah.
I am going to call 911.
You pick up the phone, and it seems to be disconnected.
The lights are on. So that means something cut the phone lines. Frank,
I'm not supposed to watch scary movies, but that's bad that the phone doesn't work, right?
It's bad for now. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's just look in the rooms. We'll go quick. We'll be fast. And maybe we end up in the cellar. Like, there's some canned goods down there. We can wait things out. We'll figure it out.
Do you know how to use Dad's shotgun or his rifle?
I would say that Frank has probably done it 2 or 3 times, but he has certainly not gone out and gone hunting with either of the parents.
Maybe we should get it. I know we're not supposed to break the locker or use the key, but maybe.
I know where the second key is, too.
Do I kiss her? It's my smart girl.
Sometimes my animals fall and I wake up in the middle of the night.
Let's do that.
All right, Martha, take us to the key.
Let's get the gun.
Yeah.
Okay, so where is the gun cabinet again?
I would say it's probably either in the garage or in their bedroom.
Yeah, their bedroom is fine. I think it's a fairly small little house. So you will, to save some time, you will look through the various rooms. They don't seem to be, you can't find the parents anywhere. You will, just for a moment, Martha, let's have you just, as you're searching the rooms, just looking out of the window, and you will see something running across the lawn, but also the gate open at the back of the lawn. So this is the gate over to the Strutt's house. And so, it is looking as if the parents have gone anywhere. They have gone over to the Strutt's house.
The gate's open to the Strutt's house. This is why we can't get a dog. Dad says that we would totally let him out if we did, because we always leave the gate open.
This is true. Yeah.
If we had a dog, someone wouldn't have murdered one of our parents in the bedroom without us sounding an alarm.
You think Papa got murdered?
And again, me running my mouth on logic mode.
We don't know. Oh, God. I should have gotten sleep last night. We don't know
You
what's
should get sleep
happened.
a lot. You don't.
We should figure out what's going on first. Let's not. We don't know what's happened. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know what's happened.
This is like those scary movies I definitely should not have watched.
No. Baby, who's your animal that makes you feel brave and tough and strong?
Buddy.
Okay, and who makes you run really fast?
Rudolph, but he's in that room. I don't know that I want to go back.
Bit bloody as well, really. So
I mean, I'm bloody too. My new PJs, they're Christmas dinos.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at Frank. Just to make sure Bridgett is fully current, Graham, really fast. We've searched the entire house. There's no one else here. The front gate is open. We do have access to the rifle.
Yeah, the back gate is open.
And
so
the front gate. The back gate.
Back gate butted up to Strut.
Beautiful. It looks like they headed out that direction. And something just ran across the lawn. So there's nothing else to unpack or explore in the house. I just want to make sure I'm current there.
Yeah, sounds about right. I mean, are we clear yet? Who was in the present? Chat was asking who was in the present. I think.
Why is that still?
I don't know. But that question ruined Bucho. Not
that question didn't do well by me either. I'm very unhappy with that question. Fucking Amy. Jesus. Okay. I'm gonna look at Frank. So we have to make a run for the Strut house, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless the Struts are the ones that release the turkeys.
But maybe they have a phone, or maybe Papa or Dad went that way. I'm gonna go get my shoes. I'm gonna go get my boots. Actually, I'm gonna go get changed. So I'm gonna go and grab Rudolph out of the room of carnage and blood for Martha, because that's important. I need her to be able to run fast and confident. And I'm going to just very quickly change into it's safe to be outside in winter clothes versus my pajamas.
Pick up the really sharp knife when my siblings are doing other things and wrap it in like a sweater and grab like my school backpack and put it in there with Buddy and some like, I don't know, I hid snacks under my bed. Like a go bag for a kid and put it on.
I've put 4 or 5 shotgun shells in my pockets and I've put the rest of the box into Martha's backpack, buried underneath so she can't mess with them.
And can we just have, I mean, Frank and Martha just after...
I listen to Dad sometimes.
And let's just have you, just after you've got ready, so Martha with, so you've got your backpack with Buddy in the backpack, right?
And Rudolph.
Let's just have you...
Rudolph I'm holding.
Rudolph you're holding, okay.
Right. He's very large.
And any other stuffed animals coming with you?
I don't want to touch them because I'm still bloody.
Right.
Make them sad.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Graham, may I have a very brief scene with Frank?
Sure.
So at some point, probably as you're like stuffing those shells into your pocket, I just want to slip into the room and shut the door very gently behind me. It's very conspiratorial. She's not very good at it. So Martha used to paint sleep paint, whatever it is she calls it, right? Why did she come downstairs covered in blood?
We don't know anything yet. Once we find Dad or Papa. But if what you're saying is that she did it, we don't know that. And even if she did she really? If she was asleep?
That's my point. If she did or if she didn't, we can't. No matter what happened, she didn't do it, okay? I just wanted to make sure we were on the same page there.
Just eyes up, okay? Like, if that is the case, we'll handle it. But let's assume that's not the case.
And Martha, so, it looks like those two are off talking for a moment. And so I guess, for a moment, you are standing in the living room. And it's really pretty, right? Because, the Christmas tree is all lit up and there's still presents there. And, let's face it, Martha, there's been murder here, but it's still Christmas. And, and there you are. And there's presents and everything.
I'm gonna open the other presents. I'm gonna start with
Holy shit.
Frank's because it looks bigger.
Great. That sounds great. So so Frank's present is there. He has his carrying case. Yeah. Well, I mean, Martha, it's just a boring box.
Oh.
There's not even any records in it.
This is silly. I'm gonna toss it to the side. I'm imagining leaving bloody handprints on everything because I haven't cleaned myself up at all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab Wendy's. Do these look better wrapped than mine? Because I imagine Papa does like sharp corners folded bows.
Oh, well, there is another present for you. So yeah, so there is another Amy present.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna grab that one.
Okay, so are you doing Wendy's or yours?
I don't even shake it. I just feel if it's warm or not. Is it warm?
It's not warm.
Okay. I hate that I had to ask that question.
Me too, babe. I hate that for you too.
I open that one.
Great. So it's 2 tickets to the planetarium, and there's also a telescope in there.
Oh.
I like try and wipe more blood off because I don't want to mess up her telescope. She likes when things are neat. And then I pull the telescope off and set it nicely beside me so that I can give it to her when she comes down because they're doing boring older sibling shit right now.
Okay. Would any of the other soft toys want to watch you opening presents?
Why is that a question, Graham? Fucking hell.
I mean, all of them really like opening presents.
Yeah.
Sometimes we all sit around together and we talk about what we're going to do. And we talk about playing in the woods. And we talk about how sometimes when Papa has to be gone for a while, Dad doesn't really care what I do. So I get to run around. And Frank's busy. And Wendy is the best ever. But I don't like to bother her all the time.
No, that's fine. But are there any, as you're opening the presents, are there any soft toys that you, stuffed animals that you're thinking, they should really be here?
Well, Bartholomew really likes a good Christmas present.
Yeah, you should probably get Bartholomew. What's Bartholomew?
He is a hippopotamus because I wanted a hippopotamus for Christmas.
Bartholomew, hippopotamus. All right, so, I mean, do you want to get Bartholomew a hippopotamus, or are you going to continue opening things?
I should probably get Bartholomew.
Okay, cool.
Because the last 2 were real presents, so it's probably not a warm present. Maybe.
Let's find out. Cool. Wendy, Frank, you're finished your chat in the parents' bedroom, I think, right? Because you were looking at the guns cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Cool.
finished.
Then you can hear Martha running upstairs.
I'll run out to the hallway to meet her. Shotgun over her shoulder with the nozzle pointed towards the ceiling. What's the rush, kid? What's going on?
So you got your blurring box. I figured I could open the other presents. They weren't warm, probably. And I tried really hard not to get blood on your telescope, Wendy, but I think Bartholomew would like to open presents with me. So I was just gonna grab him. And maybe Angelica too.
Oh, hold up. You opened my present.
Listen, I think I'm handling this very well right now, and I should be allowed to open presents.
You know what? I'm not even going to try to argue with that logic. Okay, sure. Yep. Open all the presents.
Cool. So you go into your room, Martha, and so Angelica?
Yes.
Who's that?
She is an angelfish because we got to go to the aquarium with Wendy. And I know that I was kind of annoying. So I tried really hard for the second half of it to not ask too many fish questions. And so Papa got me Angelica.
That's
Angelica, the angelfish. Oh, God. I love it. So I want art for all the stuffed animals.
I think Wendy, I think just for fun, it's not actually an angelfish. It's like a cat. It's a catfish or something, but she thinks it's an angelfish.
And I'm not going to correct her.
Time.
And the crazy thing that I really hate about it, it literally says the type of fish on the tag. If she would just read the tag, but it's her angelfish, Angelique. I'm not arguing with her.
It's got cute brown spots and little whiskers.
It sure does, sweetie.
Great. Okay, cool. All right, so there you are. You've got Angelica and you've got Bartholomew, and you're all standing on the landing, I think.
Yeah, we're on our way back downstairs to finish opening up the gifts, or to let her at least get a couple more before we make a break for the other house.
So so Frank, your case is all opened. Wendy, your telescope is also on the side, so standing neatly on its end.
Oh, there were like tickets or something in that envelope too.
Yeah.
Oh, it's everything I can do not to start crying.
I'm gonna go and see if there's another one for me because they got their boring presents.
Yeah,
And
there is
I'm
another
kind of
one for you.
disassociating, so I might as well have fun.
Cool. All right. So yeah, and Bartholomew and Angelica are very happy to to see you
set
open your
them and
present.
then set Rudolph so
Yeah.
they're facing the tree and they can see the lights.
Yeah.
Ambiance.
Yeah. So and it feels good that they're both there, and you open your present, and it's some glow in the dark paint. It's a little paint set basically.
Nice.
Yay.
I can't help but start crying now. That was
Frank
just...
is just looking around frantically, like I think he's anxious to get the fuck out of the house and just get moving. Like I think he's on high alert at the moment.
Stuff my paint set in my backpack and look and see, because usually there's presents for Dad and Papa that Papa bought both of them because Dad forgets sometimes.
Yep, that feels right for them.
All the time.
Every year.
All right, so this is going well so far. So, what are you guys going to do now? So, what are you going to do? So, just to set the scene, we've got Frank stand. So we've got this lovely little Christmas scene, right? We've got the the glowing lights on the Christmas tree, which are lighting. Frank, who's standing there with a shotgun. Martha, and you just open your glow in the dark paint. What's Wendy looking like at the moment?
Wendy right now is shaking and she has tears running down her face because there's something wholesome and beautiful about Martha opening up the glow in the dark paint, and she's looking at planetarium tickets for a parent that she believes is dead. And so what she's doing right now is just kind of like shaking with tears running down her face, almost like suspended in the moment, almost as if she's kind of like mesmerized by the twinkling lights, because that's the only thing she can ground herself in right now. And her little sister may have killed her parents.
Her white fluffy tree skirt, and like the warm present is bleeding and leaching up into the white fluffy thing too.
Yeah. I'm so glad that came back. Yeah.
Wendy, let's have your eyes falling on the the original present, right? So the sliced meat. And so of course it occurs to Wendy at this point that this is Popper, or at least about half of him.
Let me go ahead and give you your scared first, which somehow I rolled a 1. Maybe I am also disassociating at this particular moment. Hey, Graham, I hate to ask you this question. What makes me inherently know? Is it just a thought, a realization? Is it I'm looking at the meat and I've been in enough butcher shops at this point to feed me one piece of how I know? Is this wedding ring attached to it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's a finger in there which has a ring you recognize. And the other thing you'll realize is that it's
so
sliced very nicely, like you'd slice a turkey.
Okay. I am going to look over to Frank as I am trembling. This is like that where like the tears are jumping out of her ducts because she's shaking. And I'm going to try to, without articulating out loud, just non-verbally guide his eyes with my eyes over to the finger that's kind of like tucked in with the meat. And then Graham, here's another question I just really hate to ask you. Where's our carving station?
It would be in the kitchen is where you carve the meat normally.
Okay. But we've cleared the kitchen. Have we?
Yeah. You think so? You could go back in there and ask if you like.
I know Frank definitely wants to go turn the oven off at this point and shut the door.
And I'm going to head into the kitchen.
Right. No, and it doesn't. Bridgett, it looks as though the carving took place up in the bedroom.
The bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which would be really annoying because it's not very hygienic. Not a good place for carving, and it wasn't done properly on the board.
Yep, that's exactly
and especially
what I was
if you're messing around. Yeah.
Yep. Just the hygiene aspects of it. That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's the worst thing, literally, isn't it? Yeah.
Shaking, doing everything I possibly can to hold it together right now, because now there's another level to this. Not only did someone kill Papa, but they carved him up in his bedroom and then decided to wrap him in a gift tour. That gift was addressed to Martha, right?
It was.
Did it have Martha's name on it? Miss Analytical. I'm going to go back over. I'm going to kneel directly in front of Angelique, trying not to knock her out of the way. I'm going to pick up that wrapping paper and I'm going to look at the label again. Whose handwriting is that?
Oh, interesting. And so, Martha, just so you know, Wendy is now slightly blocking Angelica's view of your opening presents. Just saying. So it seems to be sort of scratched in some handwriting you don't quite recognize. It very, it's just as though it's just been sort of hatched out by someone who couldn't really hold a pen. And the other thing, Wendy, is that this is only about half of Papa.
Oh, God. She's going to say it out loud. She has I'm going to go ahead and stay on cue with this character. Frank, I don't recognize the handwriting, but this is only half of them. Where's
Martha,
the other
she's
half
still
of them?
kind of blocking the view. Just
Angelica needs to see the presents.
I don't think Angelica needs to see half of carved up Papa. Angelica is going to be fucking fine with
we're getting the fuck out of here. Let's go.
Yeah.
And so I will
Guys.
grab.
Wendy just said a bad word, by the way, which she doesn't usually.
Bad word.
Swear.
Yeah.
Is that Papa's ring?
I'm gonna grab Martha by the hand, be like, "Hey, kid, we're going. Like, we're gonna get over the strut."
Push him away and grab Papa's ring, just like yank it off part of the finger and be like, I have to save this. Papa will need it when we find him. And put it in my pocket.
Right. Very sweet, very touching. Great. Cool. All right. What are you guys doing next?
I am dragging Martha behind me as I'm storming out the back door.
Mm-hmm.
It is now time to leave the property and head to somewhere where we can contact authorities.
I grabbed Rudolph.
And Graham, I got to make sure that Papa isn't in another one of these boxes. She's not opening gifts as much as she is just rapidly tearing them open to see if a body falls out of the other half.
How many other boxes are there?
There's not too many. I mean, there'll be a couple of gifts for Papa and so on, unopened, and and there is another roughly wrapped package.
Let Angelica watch. You know she needs to see.
Angelica still is watching, I think, actually. Watching all this.
So disconcerting. The box with the chicken scratch handwriting. Let's rip that one open too. Is it warm?
Yeah.
I'm like yanking on Frank's hand so I can still see what she's doing.
All right, fuck it. Let's just open everything.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing.
I scream as I open that last box. Like before I even know what's inside of it. I just scream as I open the box.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. And you realize as you open it why it's been separated in two, right? It's been separated into the white meat and the dark meat.
Oh, God. Let me go ahead and make another scare check.
Yep, that's me at 4.
I'm sitting
I
on
have
5,
no idea
guys.
What's going on?
I might not make it through the break, and that's okay. Frank.
I am.
They took
I
the
hate
time
this
to
so much.
separate the dark meat and the white meat.
Who is they? I don't understand
Well,
what's going on.
that's what you're supposed to do, right?
Not to Papa.
Oh boy,
I don't know why you keep saying that. Papa's fine.
Martha, you're getting an education today.
Like that time I found the things under your bed?
Different education, but similar. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There are lessons to be learned. God.
Fuck.
Yep.
Everybody
Yep.
else was saying it.
Yep.
Ugh. I should
think
not
we
be
gotta-
doing mental images in my head of what part of the human body applies to white meat and dark meat. Just that's not a place I
I'm
should
trying
be in
really
at the
hard not to
moment.
think about that.
Out of game, that's brilliant to make us think about that shit.
My thought was just, dark meat's better.
It's just not.
I love the dark meat, right?
Right? It's just.
Hey, chat, do you like white meat or dark meat?
Why is this happening?
Or are you a sweet meat? Are you a sweetbreads kind of gal?
Did they keep the gizzards away to make
dark
gravy?
Meat. I love dark meat. Yeah.
I've always preferred white meat, but trying to think of what white meat is on a human is really making me uncomfortable today. Oh, chat is cascading for dark meat. Okay.
Cool.
Frank, let's go next door.
Bucho, what kind of meat do you like? No, it's right.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Sorry, should we get on with the scenario? Anyway, so yeah, so
as long as it's juicy, I don't care, man.
Yeah.
Well.
Excellent. So are we going? So let's have you sort of standing at the back door, looking out over the back line. The door's closed at the moment, and there's
should turn the oven off.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn the oven off. Slam the door shut.
Can I have a juice?
I mean, that's legitimate. That's fair. Let's get the baby a juice. The
Sure.
one thing I want to do, Graham, and I'm going to leave this alone so we can go next door.
Mm-hmm.
The oven was on. It's Christmas morning. There should be a bird going into that oven. Can I just pop into our refrigerator to see if the turkey that we were going to throw in the oven is present? I hate the fact that why fucking Graham.
I don't like when he leans back like that.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Anytime he thinks, it bothers me.
there's no, so there's not. I mean, there's a small bag of giblets there, but there's not actually a turkey.
Eyes are the giblets.
Where's the bird?
I'm gonna duck under your arm and just grab a juice. Completely pop the straw in.
Mm-hmm.
I hate Simon.
I scratch the top of it. I hate her too. I don't know where the bird is. Where the bird should be in the oven. We were gonna have candy yams and Papa's stuffing. I'm just gonna shut the door and I'm gonna look at Frank. Cause can we go next door, please?
Frank is staring out the back door window to see if the turkeys are still there.
So there are various sort of bushes that. So if you're going to go to the back gate, there are various bushes and things in the way, and you think you can see feathers behind the bushes.
Okay. I'm going to make sure that the shotgun is ready and cocked. Because if the turkeys come back, I don't care about myself, but I'm going to make sure that my sisters get through.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna pull out the knife from my backpack. So I have Rudolph and a knife. I'm ready.
So Wendy, Martha's holding Rudolph and a big carving.
You know, that's not the worst thing I've seen today, Graham. I am going to pick up a meat tenderizer and I will be heading out as well.
Bludgeoning weapon. Good idea.
Cool. And
Bucho
so
proofs.
the kids come out with a shotgun, a knife, and a meat tenderizer. And what are you doing to get across the lawn?
I mean, probably just moving as quickly as possible, trying to make sure that the way is clear to cross over into the strut territory. And if I see anything that looks even remotely dangerous, I'll try to wave the girls behind me and keep them moving.
Right. So you start venturing out across the lawn. Martha, just describe what you're doing a bit. I think I can see from Amy's hand movements, but do you want to describe it anyway?
I'm keeping an eye out because I saw something out here too. And I know those turkeys are mean. Jeremiah is lovely, but I think Dad ate Jeremiah last week. So everybody else sucks. All the other turkeys. So I'm keeping an eye out. Also, Frank is hurt, and I know we've been ignoring that like everything else, but it might have been a turkey.
Mm. Mm. And Wendy, what's Wendy doing as she walks across the lawn?
I have a question. Is it a cloudless early night morning situation? Can I see the sky?
Yeah, you can see the sky, yeah.
I'm going
See
to
the
ground
sky?
myself on the things that I can control.
Hmm.
So I'm going to be moving very quickly. I'll stay behind Frank, but my eyes keep going up to the sky to the things that I can't control. I brought the tickets with me. They're just stuffed into my coat pocket, something that I can just ground onto like a significant item for comfort.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to move very, very quickly as I check in with the stars, because I know the stars are always right.
And I think as you pass one of the bushes on the way to the open gate, you know, there are turkeys either side of you, and they stare at you.
Mm-mm.
God, who let them all out?
Are these our turkeys?
Oh, interesting, actually. But I mean, if you want to make a roll to find out, you're very welcome. They're going to rush you, by the way. They're not just going to stare at you. They are going to rush. So, I mean, what will you do when turkeys charge at you?
I will shoot them. Yeah. If it seems that they're about to attack us, I'm gonna fucking shoot them.
Yeah. Martha?
I'm thinking, would I get another die for recognizing our turkeys? Like, I've named one, but
Did you get
that
another
might just
die?
yeah. Like you said, roll to see if I could tell if they were our turkeys. Probably just like one die. I don't know that that's a skill set of mine.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, so yeah, one die because you're a child. It's something you can do. You can have a die if you push yourself. If that die then comes up high, you have to make a scared roll. And are you using the thing that you got for Christmas? You're not really, are you?
No, not the golden dart. I'll probably just roll one.
Okay.
5.
5. Cool. So we'll come back to the they were are they your turkeys? Wendy, what are you doing as the turkeys rush you?
So, Graham, I hate that this is the position that you've put me on. I took my whole ass onto Google and checked and how fast the turkeys.
Turkeys run fast, those fuckers.
Because I would know. We've been living with them for years.
Right.
I hate that they can run up to 25 miles per hour or fly 55. Now, these are your turkeys. They can do whatever they want. For all I know, they teleport. But I'm thinking, can I outrun these turkeys fast enough to get to this house before they get to me?
Are you rules lawyering this?
I'm sure not, but I was curious how fast turkeys go.
I've just Googled it, and they can run 25 miles an hour.
I hate this so much. Now, for all I know, all of our turkeys are fat and slow.
Here's some
I don't
squares. I can put the turkeys there.
Okay.
And then we can...
Now, is there an attack of opportunity if I pass a turkey and...
I cast
get a
fireball.
double attack.
Cast fireball.
Wing.
Turn all this shit into fried turkey.
Do I aggro the turkeys in the back by... Okay.
God. Right. Okay.
Breakneck
Roll
speed
initiative.
running. Roll initiative. I go on a breakneck speed running, and at this point, all I can do is run unless there is some type of building or something between point A and point B that I can slip into a shed, a house or something. It's going to be running.
No, this sounds good. So, all right, Wendy, you are running. Frank, you are shooting. Martha, you are figuring stuff out. Let's all roll at once. I'm going to roll a failure die against you, and we'll see where we get to.
Fucking hell.
And so this should just be because I'm not using my present.
I'm not using my present. No,
I got a 4.
Okay.
I got a 2.
And you've got a 3.
Yes,
Wendy.
sir.
I've got a 3.
Nice.
So, okay, cool. All right, so how's this going to work out? So, Frank, yes, you do blast a turkey away. Wendy, I think you make it through the gate, and then I think you're going to get tackled by a turkey from behind. So you will get into the Struts garden and get kind of knocked over. And Martha, what's going to happen to you? What do you think?
I definitely have just been trying to figure out if these are our turkeys, because that's what my brain is stuck on. So I'm like holding a knife up, but like looking at their feather patterns and like, is that Rupert? And like it's coming at me, and I'm like only paying attention to the one directly in front of me.
No, that's fine. I think what you'll realize, it's a mixture of the turkeys, right? So it's like the Struts turkeys and the Wattle turkeys have banded together.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Rupert, I talked to you about this. Giles, calm down.
Cool. And so Rupert and Giles are sort of walking slowly towards you Martha. Yeah, turkeys you've known for quite a while. You thought were quite nice, but they seem to have turned. All right, Frank, you're shooting. So I think what's going to happen is, I mean, Martha and Wendy, we need to decide what you're going to do to get out of your turkey-based situation.
I'm gonna swing Rudolph's like feet
Yeah.
at them and then scream like Xena Warrior Princess scream
Yeah.
and run for my siblings because I saw out of the corner of my eye that someone got Wendy and I'm gonna try and help her.
Sounds good. Wendy, what are you doing?
Wendy is going to smash at this turkey's face with the meat tenderizer. I'm going to try to grab onto that long, awkward neck and just come down on the other hand on my back and just continue to slam at its head again and again and again and again.
And Frank, what are you doing?
Must be easy to break, right?
I hope so.
Frank is just shooting. Like
Boom.
anything coming near the girls is getting shot.
Yeah.
Just period.
Sounds good.
He doesn't care if they're their turkeys or the Struts turkeys. Fuck them turkeys. Like, fuck them turkeys.
All right. So, and I think Wendy and Martha, we should say that, you know, if you fail this roll, I think your characters might be wounded or might die. We'll see.
Okay.
I've got no problem with writing a character out at this stage.
Okay.
Legit.
So, okay.
Super legit.
I'm gonna push it, so I have to.
Yeah, and you will get one reroll whatever happens, but I'm going to roll against you. So can we all roll? So Frank, you are shooting. Martha, you are swing Rudolph. Wendy, you are tenderizing. And let's all just roll at once.
I will also tell you, I think I'm scared out of my mind, so I'm rolling that one too.
Same.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
4 on human, 2 on fear. So my fear stays normal, but yeah, I got a 4.
Cool. So, Frank, you have a 4.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 6 on my kid roll and a 3 on my scared push roll.
Okay. And what have you got, Wendy?
I have a 6 on my child and a 5 on my fear.
We're gonna find out Graham rolled a 6 for all of this.
Okay. Okay. Frank, you've got a 4.
Yes.
Martha, you've got a 6. Wendy, you've got a 6.
Yes, sir.
And depending on this roll, someone might die. I think it's time to take a break.
My hand is literally cramping from clenching it, pretending to hold that knife.
My God, we'll see you guys in 10 minutes.
Let's
oh my God, I don't even know what's going on. Oh, we'll see you guys in 10. Bye.
We're back. Are we back? I think we're back.
I think
We're
we're
back.
back.
Yay, fantastic. Excellent. Also I have to mute that. I have to mute. I've got my own voice coming on me. Hang on. There we go. Right. Okay.
Oh, you got to mute the Twitch. Yep.
I did the thing where I was
Should
just
not be
talking
Oh,
about.
yeah,
it.
no, I do it all the time.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So where were we? We were feeling festive. You guys had opened your Christmas presents on Christmas morning. That was nice. And now you're just running across the back garden, avoiding a load of turkeys. And so remind me where you were. So we have Frank shooting at the turkeys,
Mhm.
Martha swinging Rudolph the reindeer at the turkeys, and Wendy, you are trying to outrun the turkeys. Is that right?
No, I'm on my back with a hand around a throat and a meat cleaver.
Oh, that's right. You're tenderizing the turkey.
I'm
You're trying to...
tenderizing the turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you doing in game? That's what we're asking.
Oh, sorry. In game, I'm. Fuck everybody here.
Yeah. Okay, and this is a role where someone could die. So remind me.
Okay, I'm gonna put the sharp thing down.
Remind me what your roles were again. So Frank, you have a 4. Wendy, you have a 6. Martha, you have a 6. I rolled my die before the break, and that's what I got.
Get the fuck out of here.
Violence was
6.
chosen. Okay, here we go.
So here's the thing, right? The 2 who are in danger are Wendy and Martha, and you guys rolled 6s, so I actually don't think. So we have to sort of do a bit of a compromise, but I don't think you guys are going to be written out of the story at the moment. So I think what probably let's see. And I mean, Wendy, do you have any ideas? If you have any ideas, throw them out. Otherwise, I can do stuff.
Oh, you're asking COVID head case right now? So you rolled a 6, and right now the only person that's compromised is
Me.
Bucho, right? It's just Frank? That's correct?
Well,
Yeah.
you two are in the most immediate danger. I'm
They
just
were in
shooting. Like
danger.
I've just
Yeah.
failed my shooting. Like I haven't shot anything.
I think that's right, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure we were good there. So,
Yeah.
no, I'll tee that back now that at least I have an understanding. Because ones that are in immediate danger looks like they're surviving. I mean, I could always have a good time with that shotgun, shells running out, or it getting hung up, or a sneak attack from a turkey. Apparently, they fly at 55 miles per hour. You have options. Listen.
Martha is running with a cleaver.
Sounds right. So, tell you what, let's do this, right? I mean, what I think I would like. I mean, so Frank, your shooting is not successful, but just you shoot, you will make it to the Strut house. Wendy, I think what will happen is that you will grab the turkey, and just as it's about to attack, you will smash its head off. And I mean, let's have the head coming off of the neck and blood spurting out over Wendy. I think that seems appropriate.
That sounds terrible.
It's lovely.
That's lovely.
Martha, I think someone does have to die here, and I think it's going to be Rudolph.
Rudolph.
I think so. So I think what happens is you swing Rudolph at the turkey. It just bursts.
That's fair.
Did Rudolph just burst open?
I think he did. He just in a kind of cloud of
Stuffing?
yeah.
There's a cloud of stuffing.
Yeah.
And I just have his head, and it's like leaking like those beads to make the head heavier as I run to Wendy.
Yeah. And you make it to the patio door of the Strut house, which is closed. I mean, how would you get through a patio door? Turkeys are coming up behind you.
Frantically. If this is just a regular patio door, part of me wants to just blow straight through it, but I would also like a barrier between the turkeys and I, so this is just going to be frantically grabbing it and yanking it as hard as I can.
Yeah, sounds good. I mean, it's locked, the patio door. I don't know whether you want to do anything about that.
Really, Graham? You couldn't make nothing easy on us today, could you? This is just a patio door, though, correct?
Yeah.
I pull it off the hinges.
Yeah. Okay,
I grab onto the handle and
to me.
I pull it directly off of the hinges.
Yeah, you wrench it it open. You all go inside the Strut's lounge, I assume, and shut it behind you. Just as the headless turkey that you smashed, because turkeys continue running for a while after you take the head off. Thanks, Chris Bates in the chat for reminding me about that. Just as the headless turkey runs slamming into the patio doors. And I think that's it. And I think you guys are inside.
I didn't need that last image.
I'm going to try to barricade the door with any furniture that is nearby.
Well, so for a start, Simon is sitting in the room, just looking at you. And the other thing to notice is it's really beautifully decorated for Christmas. So you're standing in the Struts large lounge. There's a large Christmas tree, sort of tastefully decorated in white lights, which are all switched on. There's all kinds of some very large presents all wrapped up under the Christmas tree. And it's just really pretty and festive. So I just wanted to let you guys know that.
They killed Rudolph. They must die.
I think Simon is probably at the high school, and I think he and I are not friends, but we've interacted before.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna tell him, give him the rundown. Is like, this is weird. Shit is off the rails. Have you seen either of our dad or our papa?
He goes, do you know what's going on? I haven't opened any presents or anything. My parents aren't here.
Were your presents warm?
I haven't touched them. They're over there. Look at them. I don't really want them. And there aren't loads of presents there, and they look absolutely lovely.
Does it look like any of the presents are leaking?
Good question.
No, it doesn't.
All right. Where Simon? Where are your parents right now?
I don't know. I woke up. I heard my dad. I think I heard your dad coming around first thing this morning as well. And they went into the office upstairs and talked. And then I don't know. Then I think everyone's just left now. I don't know what to do.
How long ago did they leave?
It was I don't know, just an hour or two ago, and I'm just sitting waiting. I mean, I didn't really want to open my presents without everyone coming back. Or do you think I should open them now?
I think you should open a couple. Yeah, because if it's anything like what we experienced, you should open one or two. Yeah.
I'm gonna thump Rudolph's head on the table, kiss his head, and be like, "I will avenge you." Simon, presents.
Could you maybe show me or tell me where the office is?
It's upstairs on the landing. Yeah, you go upstairs and it's right at the end.
Wendy, let's all go together. Just let's open a couple of these. Let's see if it's the same thing that we're experiencing. If not, cool. Let's head upstairs to the office. I'm
okay.
Okay, so Simon looks at his presents and goes, I don't know what I should open. What do you think? I never know whether to start with the small ones or the big ones. Like the big one.
Maybe just touch them, and if anything feels abnormally warm, open that one.
We are terrible people. and I applaud it.
So I don't think this feels abnormally warm, and he looks at it and he takes off. It's a beautifully wrapped present, by the way. It's got these kind of little bows and everything. It's just really lovely and tasteful. And then he opens it, and it's this beautiful paint set, like glow in the dark paint. This massive set. And he goes, "Oh, that's really nice. Oh, I've really wanted something like that. Great. Okay, that's really good.
I hate him.
What shall I open next?
Oh, I hate him so much. I am seething right now in hate.
I look at the tags. Sorry.
Tags is a good idea.
Oh, they're all addressed to Simon.
Oh,
but they don't have the scratchy writing on them. Sorry, I'm eating a mince pie. Probably shouldn't do that. Really nice.
We're all gonna die. Frank, can we go to the office, please? I really want to watch Simon from next door open up presents under his pretty tree in his pretty living room where his parents are probably still alive.
Yeah, let's go. And I'll wave to Martha too. Like, come on, kid.
Simon's just opening another one now, and it's
Simon. You keep opening presents. We're gonna go check on your parents and our parents and.
Thank you. I would really appreciate. Look at that! It's a telescope. And there's two. Oh my God. Those are tickets to the London Planetarium.
And I like kick one of
Wow.
his presents by accident as I walk
Sure.
past.
There-
And I
there's
have bloody shoes at this point.
Yeah. Yes, you can kick. There's a present remaining on the floor. Do you want to kick that one?
Yeah, by accident. Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's quite solid, that one. You probably hurt your foot a bit.
Ow.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't really know what that one is, to be honest. You can open it if you want.
I'm going to nod at Martha. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, Bartholomew would want to see this. And I'm going to sit down and use the cleaver that I'm still holding on the present to open it.
Yeah.
Because I have not let go of that.
That's amazing. Yeah, so you just run this along, and the wrapping paper opens, and it's it's a set of sort of record cases, so you can sort of keep records all neatly arranged. It's really nice.
What is happening right now? What is this?
Hate it.
No, what is this? What is going on right here? Why?
Oh, they're just Christmas. I'm just opening my Christmas presents, but
Yeah. Are you a vinyl collector?
yeah, I had a massive collection of vinyl. Do you want to see it?
Um,
My parents gave me a room upstairs to sort of store the records in, so you can go and see it if you want.
oh, a whole room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe at some
for the
point.
records.
Yep. Perhaps later. I'm so fucking mad right now.
I am so angry. I am hot. Frank, what's going on? Why?
Just let it go.
No, I'm not going to let it go, Frank. Someone is messing with us.
Nope, that's true. I'm just let this go. Let's go find Dad and Papa. Let this go. Like,
Why are his boring fancy boxes that are empty better than your boring fancy boxes that are empty?
Why does he get tickets to the London Planetarium?
Well, I mean, he says it's just my parents are richer than yours. I think that's just why they can afford them. I mean,
All right,
no judgment.
and Frank is just going to point at him and go, "Yeah, that's it. That's the reason."
Yeah.
You know what, rich boy? Go sit down.
Okay. I'll just sit here. Sure. Do you know what's happened to my dad or your dad?
You should go outside and check.
I should go outside and check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. I'll just have a look round outside.
Mm-hmm.
Close the door after you.
Okay. You can look and. All right. Thanks. And he does. So he goes. He sort of walks through the kitchen, massive kitchen, and goes out the back door and starts wandering around the yard. Yeah.
I want to go lock the door behind him.
That's really horrible. Okay, so you're going into the kitchen to lock the door.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Can I lean in through a kitchen window just to see how the turkeys interact with him?
Sure. So you're in the kitchen as well, are you?
Yeah.
Because you can see him from the lounge, I think. So he'll come out of the kitchen. So you don't need to go into the kitchen if you don't want.
Yeah, just nearest window once he's outside. I just want to see how the environment interacts with him.
I think Frank has become a little disappointed in both of his sisters at the moment.
Why?
Because it's not like Simon did this. Like, it's not his fault. Like, Frank is conflicted. Because he gets it, but also, like, he doesn't get it.
So this is interesting because you're actually a bit split up now, aren't you? So where are you? So where are you, Frank?
I'm gonna stay by the tree while they're doing this. I'm just gonna watch it on. I think I am. Yep, I'm gonna roll. Hold on.
So Wendy, you can see at the moment Simon wandering out into the middle of the lawn, just calling and go, "Dad, Dad."
I keep things level.
And then the turkeys rush him, and he screams. And the last thing you see is he's dragged behind a bush.
I'll go ahead and roll to scared.
Yeah.
Oh, Martha, so I don't know if you're necessarily seeing this because you're in the kitchen, aren't you? Because you locked the door.
That's true. I can't see. I just
Yeah.
locked the door.
All right, so you're in the kitchen. Like with your, I mean, it's a massive kitchen, by the way. I want you to imagine you've walked down a little corridor and you've gone into one of these massive kitchens with a big island in the middle. So, and like your kitchen, there's just a big oven and it's open and on, like yours was.
What is it with the open and on these ovens?
And I like run my bloody hand down, like I'm imagining like a white marble island in the center, like doo-doo-doo.
Just leave a trail of.
Yes, that's beautiful.
That.
I don't think Frank is as weirded out by the ovens that have been turned on because it's Christmas morning. Like there's always cooking going on. Every Christmas that he can remember, both of his parents have been cooked. Like there's been food cooking all day long.
All right, so it's on and open.
Yeah,
Smell like a roast.
But like on and open is one thing. If there's nothing in there, that's weird. If it's just on and open, that's not weird because like sometimes you'll cook things at different times for different lengths. Like that's not super bizarre. But the presents are weird. The whole situation is fucking strange for him.
So Amy, you are sorry, Martha, you are walking down the sort of dragging your bloody hands and sort of what else do you do?
You said the oven's open. Can I? I'm imagining if it's like a fancy kitchen, they probably have like the oven and like the brick with the fireplace under it, and I might have to like reach on my tiptoes to see what's in the oven.
Yeah. So you reach up, sort of look what's in the oven. I mean, it's sort of a ground level oven. I mean, you don't have to like, and then suddenly there's a rush of feet behind you, and then you realise why the oven is on and open because something pushes you. Would you give me a roll? A turkey's going to try and push you into an oven.
Okay, I'm gonna. So paint is not going to help with this. So I'm going to roll one for me and one for pushing it.
You can bring glow-in-the-dark paint in. You're welcome, but I can't see a way to do it. So, yeah. Cool. All right, I'm rolling.
Oh, 5 for my dice and 4 for the push.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've got a 1. So, yeah, a turkey tries to push you into the oven. And for a moment, you think you're going to, you can kind of stare into the oven as though you're about to go in there. But I don't know, Martha, tell me how you fight the turkey off.
I imagine like it's pushing me with wings and maybe one like slips because I got that like shiny backpack with like probably some like cute animals and shit on it. And so like the wing slides off and I can turn around and do this at the turkey. And kind of grabbing its neck to like stay up and like trying to like cut it and just going Frank.
All right, so you can hear some shouting, Frank.
Yep. I'm gonna try to slide over the counter or run around the counter and use the butt end of the shotgun to just beat the fuck out of the turkey. Yeah, because I haven't reloaded, but that fucker is heavy on the butt end. And I'm going to try to knock that turkey the fuck out. Because again, my sisters, like their safety is more important than anything else at this point.
And I tell you what, Martha already won the role, so let's just take that as given. And you can describe how you smash the turkey or whatever you want to do.
Oh, the butt of the gun absolutely comes down on the neck area right before it meets the body and just cracks it. Like you can hear the crunch, and the turkey just falls over.
I feel like I'm holding the head of it because I said I was grabbing the neck. Can I like look at it and chuck it in the oven and slam the oven closed?
Yes, you can.
Yes, this is good. This is delightful.
Frank, it tried to push me in the oven.
What the fuck is happening right now?
The turkey tried to push me in the oven. The turkey tried to push me in the oven.
Okay. I saw. All right. I need more coffee.
Was Papa the one in my present?
We don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that.
I'm rolling.
I'm not even there. That's all Bridgett commentary. I'm not in the kitchen.
I rolled a 1 for scared, so I'm gonna be like,
We don't know that.
Rudolph.
Yeah.
Rudolph sacrificed. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay.
This is going to be fine. We're going to make it. We got to find Dad or Papa, and we'll be fine. Just hold it together for a little longer. I know how weird this is. God, I know how weird this is. Just hold it together.
Do you know how to build a bomb?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't.
Chris in my class got in trouble for looking things up on the internet to build a bomb.
I know how to make a bomb-ass mixtape, but that is not the same thing.
What's a Molotov cocktail? He also got in trouble for looking that up.
Cool. So we're going to have a lot of conversations after this, but for the moment, let's just...
Martha, I mean, you can pretty much remember what a Molotov cocktail is, right? Because that's just like a bottle and some sort of spirit in it and plop.
She's 9, Graham. What is wrong with you?
Graham said, let's go.
Chris got detention, so I didn't get to hear the whole thing. I just know there was fire involved. Papa never lets me set things on fire.
You know what? I think you're probably going to get your wish today. It feels like a wish-giving kind of day.
Now, can we just come to Wendy for a moment? Where are you, Wendy? You were looking out a window.
Yeah, I'm looking out of the parlor window. And, like, Graham, honestly, between, like, you and I as Wendy, yeah, I'm upset. Yes, I'm dealing with a lot of rage and jealousy and envy and fear and blah, 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 and all of these things. But when I looked underneath that tree and Simon was opening gifts and they mirrored ours but were exponentially better, I was convinced that somehow Simon couldn't actually be hurt. The fact that turkeys swarmed him, mobbed him, and then pulled him under the trees, I think in that moment I'm looking out the window going, it's like, oh wow, I actually just got a kid killed. For no reason whatsoever. It was one of those moments like the math worked in the moment. Simon is immune to whatever it is, this delusion that we're all sharing. And the fact that Simon, like, there's a blood trail of Simon leading behind the bushes right now, if that's what it is. I'm coming to grips with the fact that I just got an innocent kid killed for no reason.
And now it does seem very quiet in the garden, and there's no movement in there. Yeah, no movement from behind the bush. It was just all a flurry and then nothing.
He made fun of Bartholomew one time.
So I'm going to detach myself from the window after probably staying there a beat or too long, just kind of like marinating in the trauma. And I'm going to go find the others.
Oh.
Maybe we should go to the office?
Yes, I think yeah, we need to go to the office.
Frank won't let me build a bomb.
I will not. No.
Oh, okay. And I'm just going to start walking up the steps. The staircase is longer. It's a prettier house, and it's not fair. They just moved in.
Yeah, it's sort of big, wide staircase, and so you walk up onto the big, wide landing, and you go down past some of the spare rooms. So Frank, you will look into one of the rooms, and you will see there's a really nice record collection. You recognise some sort of some covers, sort of, which are like framed and put nicely on the wall. Some kind of first printings of things. And then you can do what you want, but at the end there is there is a door which leads to the office.
I think Frank is at this point taking point because he's got the shotgun, he's reloaded it, he's got the last 3 shells in his pocket ready to go. I think he will knock on the office door very quietly and like kind of motion for Martha and Wendy to get against the wall out of the way.
I do so.
Okay.
And he'll knock on the office door.
Okay. There's no response.
He'll open it, let it creak open, and then peek inside.
Okay. So you look in, and I mean, partly it looks like an office. But it also looks like there's a big there's a big table with a map on it, and there is also a wall with things pinned to it. And I can tell you a bit more about that. I'm going to assume you're all kind of coming in behind Frank at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's what you see. There's a big table in the middle of the room, kind of lots of pins and things in it, and a big kind of wall with chalk, corkboard and things pinned to it.
We'll definitely soak all this up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and some sort of papers as well. There's huge piles of like Turkey World, which is like the industry magazine for turkey farms. You're quite familiar with it.
The goiter.
Turkey World. Okay.
I had to wear a really scratchy dress when they took a picture of us for that magazine. I don't like it.
Oh, God. Turkey World. Okay. Let's get the lay of the land. Let's figure out what the map is, what the pins are. Let's see if we can back into what our fathers were doing here in this room.
Yep.
Cool. All right, give me some sort of investigation roll, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can tell me what you're investigating.
I think I want to look at anything that's up on the wall, because it feels like that might be the most important, most immediate stuff.
No, that sounds really good. So, Frank, just to give you a picture, so a corkboard of things pinned to the wall. There's like newspaper articles and so on pinned there, sort of cut out articles from Turkey World, stuff from internet sites. And I just want you to imagine kind of conspiracy board, with like strings pinned between these things.
I got a 2. So I don't know that I'm really pulling any information out of this.
Well, so you're getting something, I think, for that. So I think you're welcome to re-roll if you want. But I think what you get for that is that there have been stories about turkeys rebelling in turkey farms, problems with controlling various turkeys, things like that, and then some articles you understand a little less well.
So as I'm looking, I'm kind of following the threads of this conspiracy board, and really focusing in on the connective tissue. I rolled a 6.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And so at that moment, right, that the whole thing just breaks into your mind, and you realize, you read all these articles from Turkey World, and you realize that it's a growing thing that over a period of years and months, there were signs of growing sentience in the turkeys. There are little notes from your dad and from the Strutt father, and looking at their notes, you realize that the turkeys from their farms were working together, and that they would find little scratched messages and so on, which they didn't make sense at the time, but you will realize that the turkeys were sending little messages to each other, and you realize that this is very, very organized, and the turkeys have organized themselves and risen up.
I want to make sure I understand this, Graham. The turkeys have learned a form of cryptology.
Oh, they've learned to communicate using primitive turkey communication. Yes, yeah. I don't know if any of you have primitive turkey communication as one of your languages, but if anyone you have written,
I took reindeer like a fool.
It's the fact that Graham said all that bullshit with a straight face. I hate everything. Okay. All right. Okay. So
who else is investigating stuff? What are we doing?
Wendy is on the map. She got a 5.
Great. All right.
And that's after I had to re-roll for the record, but that was a re-roll.
So the map is a military style map, and it is a map of of the Strutt turkey farm, right? Which like I said, barbed wire and things round it. It's pretty defensible. And what you've realised is that your dad's plan and the Strutt father's plan to hold out against the turkeys, if it came down to it, was to get to the Strutt farm, and they have a plan to defend it.
Okay. Okay. And I'll share that with everyone else so everyone is up to speed. Am I able
Martha,
to
did you want
understand
to-
the plan?
That's and to be honest, you think you're going to have to improvise a bit, and there were some
Okay.
details to be filled in. But you understand that if you got there, then there would be defense. It would be easier to defend than this
Okay.
house or anything.
Yeah.
Martha, did you want to do anything?
I'm gonna what looks to be his office chair.
Oh.
The Strutt fathers.
Yeah.
There's a big chair with sort of leather chair, leather arms, stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go sit in it because whenever the teacher is out of the classroom, and as long as the snitches in my class stay quiet, I go and I sit in the teacher's chair because where adults sit is important.
Okay. And so you sit. I like the idea. There's two desks, right? There's this kind of what's obviously your dad's desk, which is just a kind of standard built flat pack desk, and then there's a sort of lovely executive desk, which is so you go and sit at the lovely executive desk in the lovely leather thing. Okay, and there you are. You're sort of looking over his desk, and what do you do?
I'm gonna start pulling drawers open, and if there's anything decorative, I'm gonna like poke it.
Decorative. Go on, talk me through that. Sorry.
So like if he has like those old wood desks, they tend to have like the carvings like on the edge and stuff. And I've read Agatha Christie. I know there's secrets in desks.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Give me a roll to search the desk.
2.
Yeah, and for that, you're not failing, so you do eventually sort of struggle and manage to get this little secret drawer open. I think there's a thing we've got to do here, and it just has to happen. So you're going to get this little secret desk done, and it's going to be the Strutt father's notes on how to make a bomb from household parts.
Holy cow.
I'm gonna like try and control my face. Like,
Holy
so hard,
cow.
like, I didn't find anything as I'm like sitting there reading it because I know freaking Wendy will take this away from me as soon as they
Merry
realize it.
Christmas.
And you realise that this was the plan, right? I mean, this was part of his plan to defend things. If you had the right things in his house, you could just put them together and blow the turkeys to all hell. Yeah.
I'm gonna start like whispering the ingredients under my breath, probably not that quietly. Okay. Alcohol. Okay. I need a cotton wig. Okay. And just like trying to memorize it because like I know that this is gonna get ripped away from me as soon as possible. But clearly I need to make a bomb.
Gosh.
That was the plan. The plan was
Wendy, so this is quite good because she's just, you can hear the names of cleaning products from time to time. Well, it's quite positive. She's trying to be tidy.
That child has never been tidy a day in her life. I'm looking over the maps and it goes from like bleach to like ammonia to like something sulfate. And she's like, what the fuck is she reading?
buckets in the basement. Okay. What?
I look up and then I look over.
I'm not doing anything.
Telltale sign that little Martha is for sure doing something. Baby, what
We
is
know
that?
better.
We definitely know better. Baby, what is
We
that?
know better.
Nothing. Secret drawer. Does anyone have a lighter?
Oh, shit. I'm going to slide behind the baby in the executive chair and look over her shoulder.
Look, it's a bomb. It's a bomb. I told you we should make a bomb.
And Wendy, you will realise that this is the missing part of the plan that you were
Frank?
You were just reading.
I think she might have been right. Maybe we should let her make a bomb.
Frank's going to look at all of the evidence.
I'm trying.
My Christmas present was leaking. I need to make a bomb.
That was a 5. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. So the reason you need to make a bomb because your Christmas present wasn't up to scratch. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, can you not
deserve
counter the
something,
baby's
yeah.
logic? Right, thank you. You took everything else from her, Graham. Let her have this.
So here's the thing: the logic makes no sense, but the end
Nope.
result makes all the sense,
Yes.
and that's the problem.
Yep.
He must be avenged.
At this point, I don't know that Frank would have any kind of argument against it. And there are a lot of turkeys out there, and they've all banded together, both ours and theirs. And it didn't matter that Simon came from a place of privilege. Like, they still ate him too. So I feel like
tasted spoiled.
Dun, dun. Ha, ha. Spoiled Simon. Oh God.
I think Frank is going to become resigned to the idea. Like, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I'm gonna whip out a dry erase marker for like that sheen, that thin film of like glass that you can write on top of, that's on top of the map, and just using everything that she's ever done with her mapping and her star facts and her blah blah blah, her analytical brain. She's gonna very quickly show Frank, if we collect them here by using a distraction here, we can pull them here. This might actually work.
I can run an interference if I need to. Let's do it.
No, this sounds good. And we haven't made much use of the Christmas presents yet. So we have glow in the dark paint. We have the kind of record boxes, which are pretty much just sturdy boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And Wendy, the telescope. So could you just all explain to me in what way these Christmas presents are crucial parts of the anti-turkey plan?
I think at this point, what I've done with my record box is that I've taken all of the ammunition out of Martha's backpack, and I've put it in there.
Ammunition boxes, right?
Yeah. And so even if I'm not using those shotgun shells as shotgun shells, I can use them as weight inside this case that I can swing around as like a bludgeoning thing.
Mm-hmm.
A bludgeoning weapon. So it's both storage and a bludgeoning weapon.
Oh, that sounds very convenient, yeah. And then, Wendy, you'll quite appreciate this sort of dual use of storage. It's quite tidy.
It's really well put together.
Yeah, great. Really good storage solution. So, Wendy, how is your telescope a crucial part of the turkey plan?
Oh.
Yeah, if I can get to it, and if somebody has a more creative answer, feel free to override me on this one. You know I'm open to it. But if I can get to a high point into the home, onto the balcony of the attic, even if I can get onto the roof, if this is going to work, we need to get the turkeys congregated at least within a certain radius, which means we need to know where they are right now. So I would be using the telescope modified down to not space, but to here, where I can say there's a flock of them here, they're congregating here, they're here, and then try to reverse engineers we need to set the bomb here. It's the shortest distance between these X collection of turkeys. And if we can get them drawn to this point, this might be the place to do it.
Yeah. And Martha, in what way is glow in the dark paint a crucial part of the anti-turkey plan?
Oh, this should be good.
So first, I think Buddy might have to get sacrificed. Because if we draw the turkeys in, I have my sweater in the backpack. We can put my sweater on Buddy and use him as a distraction. So on the bombs that I'm making, I'm going to put 4 Rudolph on one of them and 4 Buddy on the next one. And then 4 Papa on the third one. Because I know who was in my present.
I'm seeing the text in 9-year-old scribble too, and I fucking love it. It's 4, the number 4, and then these names.
Yeah. Oh yeah, all misspelled. Oh, I just probably spelled well. I mean, Martha's not dumb.
She's building bombs. Yeah, she's
not dumb. Yeah, this is good.
Mm-mm.
Wendy, are you sort of looking over her shoulder and go, well, she might be building bombs, but the spelling is really good.
The spelling is really, really. She's going to do well at the spelling bee next year.
I'm going to kill the science fair, too.
You're going to slaughter the science fair, honey. Let me tell you.
Metaphorically and literally. Yeah.
For sure.
Excellent. Cool. Right. So what are you guys going to do now?
I'm going to explain using Buddy as a distraction and like put my sweater on Buddy and wipe as much blood on him as possible.
Mm-hmm. I mean, so the plan the plan that you've seen is about the Strut farm. So that would be making a last stand. And you don't have to, but, as you like.
Well, I think Wendy found a way to the roof. If we throw Buddy down in the center, and then maybe all the turkeys will come in one place and we can chuck the bombs down.
That sounds good. Oh, is this in the house you're in now, or is it at the Strut farm? I'm confused. I'm trying to work out whether we're going to the Strut farm.
Because we're at the Strut house. We have to get to
Yeah, sorry, they're different
Strut
things.
farm.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So we need to get to the Strut farm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Frank would say, okay, let me if there might be gasoline somewhere on the Strat farm, we could lead all the turkeys into a circle of gasoline, and then we could set the gasoline on fire and then burn them from the inside out or from the outside in.
And looking at the map, you can say, that there are sources of gasoline marks, and you can see that you could lead them into the big middle of the big oven building, which has a big open space, and then kind of burn them all in the middle of there. Yeah.
How do we get to the farm?
And actually, can we cut there? And I just want to
let's cut the turkey.
Let's cut to the three of you standing in the garage, and the Struts have various kind of transportation methods, so that they will have like a sports car, they will have like a 4x4, and so yeah.
I think Frank has spent a lot of time with some unsavory types. Not that they're bad people, just that they have unsavory habits. So he knows how to suck the fluid out of a car.
Mm.
And so he's going to make Molotov cocktails out of that for Martha. He's going to pull that gasoline out of those tanks and start giving her things to work with.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Best big brother ever.
Oh, that's nice. And so there you go. You which vehicle are you planning?
All of them.
What? We need one to get to the farm.
We need one to get to the farm.
Well, unless you take one each. I mean, I don't mind, but
let's let the larger one. What was it? A Jeep?
Yeah, it's like a 4x4 thing. Yeah.
Let's take the 4x4.
Does it have a sunroof?
It doesn't matter. It just needs to be mobile.
You can take it. Go on.
Can I stand on the front seat so I'm out of the sunroof and throw Molotov cocktails at turkeys?
Sounds good to me.
It's a beautiful
just before you leave, Martha, can I just ask you, are there any of your soft toys that would be particularly useful in this situation? Or that you wouldn't want to leave behind?
I don't want to leave any of them behind. But Jeffrey the Draft is very tall and also very solid, so he could be used as a bludgeoning weapon. And the one octopus toy I got, I might have hidden some firecrackers that I stole from Frank in it, so like that'd be cool too.
Martha, actually, sorry, can we have a dragon soft toy? Which you've tried to make breathe fire by having some fire.
Yes, this is the way.
The dragon's toy is like a little singed on the mouth because I stole the gross Axe body spray from Frank the one time he snuck it in the house and made a flamethrower with it, which was a better use than putting it on him because honestly nobody likes that smell.
Oh, that's so good. Okay. So we are taking
have that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to have that conversation, Martha, and persuade them to go back to the house and get the soft toys, you're very welcome.
I think some of my stuffed animals could help. I just don't know. Well, if we have the car, we can probably get to our garage and close it and get some stuff.
Baby, you might have to be strong and do it without the stuffed animals this time.
I had firecrackers in Hemsley the octopus. I'm sorry, Frank, I stole them from you.
That's okay. We can use that as a backup plan if we need it.
Yeah. Because you've got something much stronger now, right? With all of your chemicals that we've collected?
Yeah, bombs. And I don't want my step animals to get hurt. Rita and Buddy.
And we don't want to lead the turkeys back to the house, at least not yet. So let's stick to the plan. Try to be strong. And then maybe when all this is over, we can go back.
You think Dad's okay?
No.
No.
But I think we have to do this if we're going to be okay.
Where do you think he is? I know he's grumpy, but he really loves Papa. And if he and Papa were in bed, but Papa's dead and in my presence, and where did Dad go?
I think right now we need to focus on us. And once we've got a moment to sit and think, we'll worry about Dad and Papa for now. Like we can't. I don't think we've got that luxury.
The turkeys took everything from us. It's time to take Christmas back.
And on that, can we have you hitting the accelerator, Frank? And so are we? I mean, you can describe this if you like. So, Frank, what are you doing? Driving to the Strut Farm?
I would say that I'm probably driving. I'm probably the only one who's got a license. Yeah. So we've got a couple of gallons of gas that have been siphoned off of the other vehicles that we're not driving. We're heading back to our place. Yes.
No, we're going to the farm to set off this bomb.
The Strut Farm.
We're going to the Strut Farm to lure the turkeys in there and set off the bomb there.
We should set the bomb by the grain silos.
Mm.
Oh, that's pretty.
They're explosive.
Yeah, I think once we get there, Frank is he's taking some of the stolen gasoline and creating a ring of soaked material around the area. So
this sounds good. Do you mind if we sort of let's get to the farm and then we can sort of describe the plans?
If we can get to the farm, I think that's what we're saying.
So I think for the moment, I don't know if I'm going to make you roll for this particularly. So are you, just to describe it? We have Frank speeding towards the Strut Farm. What's Wendy doing?
I think Wendy is just being a passenger right now. Here's the question of the day, Graham. Are the bombs already made? Do we already have them pre-made?
I don't know if they're made. Well, I don't know. Have you made them before you left? I don't know.
If we can, yes. If the ingredients and the things that we needed were there. So the bomb's already made. That's not something we need to do on site. Yeah. So it's keeping those stable and keeping an eye out for incoming turkeys that can keep up with the car, apparently.
Martha seat belts all the bombs in.
And gets them in, yeah.
Safety first. Yeah. Give me the Molotov cocktail.
And so the 4x4 speeds towards the Strut Farm, and you get inside the gate and close it behind you, and there you are in this the turkeys are, you see hordes of turkeys on the way, standing in clumps, almost like in military formation.
Holy shit!
And as you get inside the farm, you can see the turkeys just coming and just beginning to surround the farm. And there you are. So you're in this sort of fairly well guarded farm. There's barbed wire on the top, and there's turkeys looking at you through the gate. And there's various buildings with it. So there is the oven building. There's various other kind of storage buildings and things.
Is it just one turkey that's looking at us through the gate?
There's lots of turkeys, and Frank, they're armed.
All right,
they have carving knives.
That's a roll. Yeah, because that's fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, that's the fucked up thing. Right, yeah.
I mean...
God damn it, I'm keeping it together.
In a day full of fucked up things, that goes up to 5. I'm not okay.
They're in military lines preparing for an invasion, and they are armed.
Wendy, you think you would appreciate how organized they are? Gosh.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Can we just? I've just thought of this, and I just love this. So, and then can we just have a moment where Martha, the turkeys part for a moment, and you can see, 6 or 8 turkeys, and you can see Jeffrey the giraffe because they're carrying Jeffrey the giraffe. And they run to the gate, and then you realise what they're about to do because Jeffrey is sturdy, and they're using him as a battering. And
they're using Jeffrey
against the gate again and again, and you can see that eventually the gate will give.
Can I grab one of the Molotov cocktails and pop out of the top and say, "For Jeffrey," and like throw it?
Yeah, that's absolutely
This is the way. This is good.
Yeah. Give me a roll to Molotov the turkeys.
And I say that I glow in the dark to the Molotovs as well, so I get an extra die for this.
Absolutely,
my gift.
This glowing Molotov cocktail. Yeah.
I drew like bloody turkeys and stuff in like glow in the dark to freak him out. Oh, I'm glad I did that because I didn't roll great.
I'm rolling a failure die against you. What did you roll?
4 for my kid die, 1 for my push, and 2 for my glow in the dark paint die.
Cool. I've got a 1, so you're fine. So I think you will scatter the turkeys, and Jeffrey will be sort of relatively unharmed, lying there by the gate.
That's so
Thanks,
disrespectful.
asbestos.
Oh, that's so disrespectful, those turkeys. Okay.
Cool. What are you guys doing?
This is going too far.
We need to get to the farm. We need to get to the farm, seal ourselves in, lure them in, blow it.
I think Frank is looking at the gate and just driving through it. And he's just going to drive through it, and we're going to get to a place that looks like a good last final standing place.
Yeah.
The oven building is fairly central. I mean, it's where all the big industrial ovens are, and so you can walk in there. It's all fairly deserted, so you can go in there if you want. The turkey pens are all open, obviously.
Obviously.
Escaped. Yeah.
Of course.
Is there an upper level in the oven building we could like watch the carnage from?
Yeah, there's like gantries and things like crossing there. Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
Describe where you all are.
I mean, I think we would pull up to that building, jump out, and I'd probably start dousing the area in front of us with gasoline.
Sounds good. And Wendy, where are you?
I just have a quick question because I don't quite understand in my head the building that we're in. This is basically the central hub of turkey breeding, cooking. All of this is happening in this building, in this area, this complex, right?
I think it's the industrial oven building. So it's a big kind of open building, and you have these massive industrial ovens dotted throughout it.
Okay. All the turkey pens that were here are open.
Yeah, I think they're outside this big oven building, but there were some turkey pens outside, and they were open. Yeah.
The oven building is like where everything's getting smoked before it gets shipped out.
Gotcha, and they're keeping the livestock near it. This is Bridgett, not understanding farming. So, okay. So,
do you think we should drive through the doors before we get out of the car?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, Graham, this is my question, and feel free to be like, nope, doesn't apply. I understand they're sentient turkeys. I understand that they have weaponized. I understand that they have union. Right. I understand all that. They didn't plan on us to come back here. Did they leave their eggs here?
The eggs?
Are the young juvenile turkeys here? That's my only question. Are there eggs here? Are there nests here? Okay. Is there youth here in this area? I love Bucho's face and I love Graham's face right now.
Bridgett.
My love.
The turkeys don't have eggs, do they?
Mm-hmm.
They're birds.
Do they?
Yeah.
They're birds.
Oh, shit, of course they do.
Yeah.
Big fucking eggs, too.
Okay, yeah, there are no... You can't... I don't know. Why do we want the turkey eggs?
I mean, that's great bait. That's great leverage. That's great retaliation.
Yes, right, fine.
I mean, fucking with people's kids. That's what they've been doing the whole game.
All right. That's just evil fucking with kids. That's terrible.
I had to take a step back from that question. It's like, oh, that's where we're going with this. Wow, okay. Gosh. Yeah. I think,
Bridgett, you will find that most of the eggs have been removed, but if you search around enough, you can find one or two eggs here. I find this shocking, honestly, but there you go.
Graham's offended. That's the line.
Yeah.
Can we have the bomb sitting in the center with Buddy on top? And then
with the eggs around them.
Well, go up to the top and start chucking eggs down at the bombs so they see their young break and ooze over it.
I'm also team that play.
You can do that. Yeah,
to
it's
bring
good.
them in.
All right. So so what are you all doing? Just describe it for me. I mean, so you're go on. Tell me what you're doing.
I think Frank is watching this. His sisters are doing something, and he's like, I don't. Oh, oh, ooh, wow. Yeah, he's gonna be okay.
So
Strangely.
grabbing one of these wheelbarrows, we will collect as many eggs as we can. Little young turkeys that might be running around, like the little ones that are like, I don't know, whatever. Mostly the eggs that we can, and we're going to attempt to threaten the eggs by chucking them at the adults to lure them into this trap.
And because maybe if we open the trunk and have the bombs and Buddy in the back and get up, Frank can shoot the bomb to make it go off.
Yeah.
So Martha, what are you doing? Are you assisting with the egg collection, or what are you doing?
I'm kissing Buddy on the head and saying, I love you very much. And when
You're
Papa
building
gave
the
him to
bomb
you,
in the center.
Yeah.
You're very special, and I am sorry that you have to go this way, but your sacrifice is not in vain, and I will remember you always. When I am allowed to get a tattoo, which Dad said not until I was 40, I will get one of you.
And so, and there's a look in Buddy's eyes that shows that he understands, and he's a brave bear, and he knows what he has to do.
The bravest.
Yeah.
And then
It's almost as if he gives you a little nod.
And I'm going to climb the ladder really quick because I totally love to climb things.
Yeah. And Frank, are you? Do we have a moment where you're sort of not preparing, or you're kind of just watching the women doing things?
I'm. Frank is picking up what they're putting down, and he is prepping. Like I think he finds one good spot that's slightly elevated so he can shoot down at this fucking vehicle and do exactly what his sisters need him to do.
No, it sounds good. Moment. Frank, as you're walking past one of the ovens, you realize that it's on.
Oh God.
I was wondering where Dad was.
Oh God.
I'm gonna look inside the oven.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
And there is something in there, definitely being cooked, quite large.
Is there a smell to the cooking?
Yeah, it smells delicious. Yeah.
Can I?
It smells.
If I'm looking at it, can I tell what it is?
It's hard to tell because, well, it does look like a human being, but it's hard to tell who it is because it has no head.
Oof.
But I know it's a human being.
It's trussed up, so the hands are tied to the feet, like you would with a turkey.
Okay.
They're so petty.
Yep. I'm gonna roll both of these.
They're so petty for that.
I got a 5 on my human. I got a 5 on my. Oh boy. I got a 5 on both. I think I know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my composure. Amazingly. Do I know who it is?
No. And the oven's on. It would be hard to find out unless you particularly want to.
I'm going to turn the oven off.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm just going to turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think every oven that I see, I'm just going to automatically turn off.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. And actually, we might want to leave that a bit unresolved. I'm just looking at the clock. So, Bridgett, we've got about 25 minutes left, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll want to finish a bit earlier than that. So, should we leave you turning the ovens off and getting ready for the final stand?
Sure.
I love it. And I hate you so much.
And so I think what will happen is that the turkeys will find something else to use as a battering ram, and you can hear the gates rattling, and you realise the gates are about to go, and then the gates crash and the turkeys swarm in. And describe to me what you're doing, making your last stand against the turkeys.
I imagine that the turkeys are using Simon as a battering ram.
Right.
That's so cold-blooded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it fits.
Can he be decapitated already?
Uh-huh.
They're preparing him for the oven.
That's fun.
Yeah. And I think as they break in and as they, I think Frank just tries to shoot and load as quickly as possible and just make sure that his sisters are okay. Making sure that he is the first one to go.
Frank, get up the ladder.
If all three of them got to go, Frank is going to be the first one to go. He's just going to take out as many as possible.
That's interesting, Frank. So are you on the upper level or are you down, kind of making a heroic last stand?
I think if the turkeys break in, he will probably come down to a closer level in order to, he will try to put himself between the turkeys and his sisters.
Yeah.
In whatever way possible. Yeah.
And Wendy, what are you doing?
Wendy organized several of the massive eggs around Buddy, almost in a shrine-like way, but also to bring the turkey's attention towards the bomb, towards Buddy's sacrifice. And she is standing at the upper level with the rest of the eggs, shouting obscenities at them as she throws the eggs at them. You took Christmas from us.
Yeah.
Throws an egg. You brought this on yourself. Throws an egg. You're not
Martha,
that good of a meat anyway. Throws an egg.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Brutal. Martha, you don't even taste that good. Martha, what are you doing?
First, I'm very impressed to hear Martha say lots of mean things because she doesn't do that. But I am also participating in the throwing eggs and being like, nobody really likes you anyway. Tradition is stupid.
Yeah, it's all the they like the stuffing. It's the roast potatoes they like. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow.
The only good thing you're good for is gravy.
Brutal. And so what the turkeys they come up, they walk slowly towards the eggs, and as you shout obscenities at them, they seem to be squawking back at you as if in Turkey they are shouting back at you as well. And then they see the eggs, and they stop for a moment, and they walk slowly towards these eggs.
Line them up.
Okay. Why don't you give me all a roll to sort of do whatever you're going to do? So I'm assuming this is like blowing up turkeys and so on, and we will just see how this goes. I'm rolling a failure. Oh, I get 2 failure dice. This is a new thing I've invented.
But why?
Because it's a rule I've just made up because it's my game.
That's true. I still hate you.
It is actually in the scenario. If you read it, you get 2 failure die on the final thing. So yeah.
Frank got a 5.
Okay.
And so at this point, he's just shooting, reloading, emptying, reloading, shooting. Yeah, that's all he's doing. And once he's out of bullets, he is swinging the butt end of the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to shoot the bomb.
Well, I shoot that too.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you have a 5, Frank. Martha, what do you have?
I got a 6 on my glow-in-the-dark pink dice.
The
I had a 5 on my scared
Oh,
dice.
the dark pink dice, yes.
Okay. And so describe again what Martha's doing.
So I am going to be throwing eggs and also screaming for Rudolph, for Buddy, for all of my animals. And for Papa makes it in there, and for Dad too, because I don't think he's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
And Wendy?
Wendy, once a good flock of them are inside, is going to be sealing that interior barn door, whatever that bottom door is, to lock the majority of them in. Let's have a nice family dinner right now.
Oh, so you're going down to the bottom level to shut the door?
Do I have to? Can I do that from up here?
No, I think you have to go down to the bottom level to shut that door. But you could probably nip in and you'd probably be okay.
With your 2 failure die? That's what I'm going to do. Because we can't have the fire going off and them just running back out.
Yeah, makes sense. And what did you roll?
A 4.
I have a 2 and a 4. So I've
Okay.
got a 4 basically. And so I think what that means, Frank, is that you are very, very successfully blasting things. Martha, you are awesomely successfully blowing blowing turkeys up. So there's a huge boom there from the explosives, and the yolk goes everywhere, and there's a smell, a delicious smell of turkeys cooking. And but Wendy, I think the thing is that you do shut the door, but you will get caught in the blast as well, and I think you will sort of smash against the door.
Oh, nice. So I get baked as well.
Well, I don't know if we're going to have you bake for the moment. For the moment, we'll just have you sort of in a lot of trouble, and now Turkey's sort of running around in chaos. And just one last round. I mean, what do we do? The explosives have gone off. There's a few solitary turkeys running around, and Wendy is on the bottom level.
I think at this point, Frank is he's still in sister protection mode, so he would go down and try to grab Wendy,
Mm-hmm.
having seen that happen. Yeah, he would try to pick her up, pull her out of the way, protect the fuck out of her
Great.
in whatever way possible.
Martha?
I want to come down the ladder and start slicing the turkeys that are still alive to also try and get to Wendy.
Sounds good to me. And then Wendy?
Wendy will make a good faith effort to actually get to her siblings. But the moment she thinks that she can't make it, or that they're at any more dire risk, she's going to self-nuke.
Sounds good. All right. One last roll. I'm going to roll as well. And we will see where this goes. Wendy, you're in a lot of trouble at the moment, so I think if anything goes wrong, then this might be the end of Wendy's story. But
I'm okay with that. Let's see what happens.
Uh-oh.
What'd you get, Martha?
I got a 6, but it was on my push fear die.
6 is okay. 6 is what you get. And then Frank? A 2. A 1. I've rolled a 4. So I think it's time for Wendy to go. Sorry about that.
Yep.
Would you like to describe how Wendy's story ends?
Oh yeah, tee me up with just a couple of things to work with, just what my siblings are doing, and I'll beat off of you guys. Just tee me up, and I'll kill.
Well,
her.
so what Wendy can see is she can see Martha coming towards her with the knife, going, "Oh, Christmas, you're not even that tasty," and Frank as well, similarly, blasting his way through trying to get to you. But there are turkeys rushing you, and it's very hard.
No, I like this. So a little pocket explosion goes off to her left, and just a row of those massive steel ovens falls forward, glass breaks. It's reignited with the gas that's coming through those. She's thrown against one wall. She and 3 turkeys hit it hard. Something happens where she can feel a crack in her back, and then suddenly she's just expiring blood from her mouth, but she's still making that good faith effort, and she looks over at Martha as Martha is swinging this blade, and for a moment she doesn't actually see Martha swinging a blade, cutting a blade through turkey and blood. She just sees her painting with glow-in-the-dark paint like she did when she was a kid and she first got exposed to it, and she made that really horrible flower that I have sealed underneath my bed in this really beautiful frame that she planned on giving back to her the day she finally graduated high school, or maybe the day she graduated college, some special day. And I began crawling as just a row of flames runs by me, and there's just a shriek and a scream of gobbles and clucking as just turkeys are set on fire. And I finally am able to get back onto my feet, and I look up and I see Frank, who is reaching down at me, and I lock eyes with him, and I hear the last song that Frank had composed in his room on his DJ mix, on his turntables, whatever it is he was doing. I hear that song as just this moment of clarity comes over me that says, if I make this effort to get to them, there's a chance they won't make it.
Yeah.
And so I break eye contact. I look directly at what's left of Buddy. And I'm getting ready to scream some final last insult when just nothing but feathers and claws comes directly at my face and the head comes straight off.
Yeah. And then I think, I mean, I think at that moment, the I don't know, the second wave of the explosion. Let's have another explosion. I just want another explosion, really. So there will be another blast, and then let's leave you, Frank and Martha, just in the aftermath. And there are dead turkeys all around you. It smells actually pretty good. And there you are, the two of you.
I think I'm picking up one of her singed dolls from the aftermath. I don't know the name of it because I don't care. Like I'm so many years beyond that, but I know it matters to her. But I will pick up the doll, stuffed animal, and I'll give it back to her.
Yeah, and I think since you rolled a 6, Martha, I mean, this is Buddy, and Buddy is actually slightly intact, and he looks as if you were to say, "I did what I had to do. Did I do okay?"
I'm gonna grab him and kiss him on the head, and then finally start sobbing, and just being like, "I just wanted paints for Christmas." And grab Frank and octopus onto him and just be like, "Do you think Dad is okay somewhere?"
Frank,
No.
at this point, I think, well, hang on. So I think at this point, let's have, I mean, the oven will be cool now. And I think at this point, you will notice a pile of Mr. Strutt's clothes outside that oven.
I don't know, Martha. I hope Dad's fine. I hope Papa's fine. But right now, we know that neither of them is not fine.
That's stupid. I know we figured out Papa was my present.
Ugh.
I was trying to hide that from you.
And I reach into the pocket and pull out. His ring was on it. And I'm gonna it's bloody and viscera, and I'm gonna shove it on my thumb and hold it in my hand.
Oh.
And on that note, can we have you two sort of standing together in the dead turkeys, and we'll zoom out zoom out past the broken gates, Simon's headless corpse, and Jeffrey the giraffe who's sitting there, and we'll zoom out further over the frosty fields, and again we'll see we'll see Turkeyville, this town that was built on turkeys and raised turkeys and was nearly destroyed by turkeys, and we'll just leave it on that Christmas image. That's it.
Oh my god.
And that, friends of the Symphony, is where our show is for tonight. Thank you, everyone who is currently watching live. Chat has been lit, or whomever is watching the replay. You guys are indeed the best part of waking up. Oh, God. If you'd like to hang out with us on Discord, go to the website at symphonyentertainment.com, where there's a Discord link somewhere in the chat. Click the bot. We'll hang out with us. Join us this upcoming Tuesday for the 2023 Symphony Petty Awards, which is going to be an award ceremony where we talk about our favorite scenes, our favorite Miskatonic repository content, our favorite thirst traps. There are going to be giveaways and thirst traps and a lot of awesomeness. There's a bunch of hosts that are going to be there. We're going to have an amazing time just pretty much celebrating Graham, what the fuck just happened? Basically celebrating all the amazing things that are Symphony. Let's do this giveaway really fast. Our winner is, it's not Symphony. I got one because I'm already a backer. It's Chris Bates. Congratulations, Chris Bates.
Chris Bates.
Nice.
Sorry, I named the bad kid in class after you, Chris.
Congratulations, Chris Bates, on a free copy of Day of the turkey. Yes, it might be my favorite Christmas story too. Chris, you can either get in touch with me, or if you know how to get in touch with Graham, you can directly, and we'll get you your free PDF of that one. Before we empty out the auditorium, let's go around one more time and say goodnight to our Gobble Gobble cast. Cast, give us your name, where people can find you, the things you do. Amy, hit us.
Hey, Amy, she, they, you, I am an editor for Destin Dorks, an indie RPG publisher, as well as being a mental health professional in my day job. I do not have the most cohesive social media presence, but I'm in the Symphony Discord as Cryptid Crafter, and I'm also Cryptid Crafter on Blue Sky, if you want to find me there. Thank you.
You are amazing. Thank you for coming back. You're always a goddamn delight, Amy. Bucho, hit us, baby.
My name is Bucho. I am the prod father on Symphony Entertainment. I am an annoying creative. You can check out my link tree. It'll take you to my blog, my paintings, my books. Again, I also have a new book coming out soon. I'm very excited about this one. It was all mostly written before 2019. Yeah, it's a fun one. So once it goes live, you will be able to find it at the links on my link tree. So yeah, hopefully you grab a copy.
Amazing. Thank you, Production Daddy. Bucho is one of the co-hosts here on Tuesday, so definitely join us for this foolery. And Graham, hit us, baby. Tell us who you are, where people can find you, and the things that you do.
Just going to say quickly, I've read some of the short descriptions of Bucho's stories, and I find them really disturbing, and that takes a lot. So yeah, they're really cool. Yeah, I'm Graham Walmsley. I design games. You can find my games on DriveThruRPG. You can back me on patreon.com/Graham. That's it.
Absolutely amazing. All right, guys, we love your face. Cast and crew are going to take a 5-minute break, and then we're going to come back for our post-Symphony talkback, which is going to be us hanging out for 15 minutes asking Graham what is wrong with him.
Why?
And then us asking ourselves what's wrong with us. If you would like to get access to that content, you do need to be a backer of $10 or higher a month, so you can back us on Symphony at symphony.com. At patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. Guys, we hope you've enjoyed the Symphony, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a wonderful night. Happy holidays, and you guys take care of each other. Mwah.
Hey, guys.
Bye.
Gobble